Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the hills of Encino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
Tell me what you want.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Had to lighten up.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Missed you, my friends. Missed you last week. D. Our aim. Got to get a little better. D. Yep, big old wedding. I'll get into that in Ohio, where it's muggy. I forgot that it gets humid there in Columbus, Ohio. I'll tell you all about it. And no, this isn't one of those personal stories that you're going to find boring. I have some insight regarding the left and right in the context of the wedding that my daughter, one of the great mixologists, she prepared the booze menu for everyone.
And we're not going to find it boring?
What? No, I'm guaranteeing you. But thank you for being there, my friends. I found this absolutely mind-blowing, and so mind-blowing that I'm going to play this piece for you. If there were ever an argument against DEI hires, this makes the case, my friends, when the police chief of Washington, D.C. is asked this.
That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor, to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order is clear. The president has requested MPD services, and our home rule charter outlines the process. The president designated Attorney General Bondi as his proxy to request services through me.
That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor? That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean coming from the police chief of Washington, D.C.? What does the term chain of command mean? Now, I know some was made out of this over the last several days, but I don't think enough. I mean, this is mind effing blowing. Yes, Ralph?
You know what's funny? She probably thought chains was racist, so she wasn't sure where he was going with that.
Like,
I heard this one.
And you sort of say that tongue in cheek, but not really, because you don't know.
Right.
Because you don't know. And
when I heard it, I just said, think of the military, man.
No.
Privates and corporals and
Wait,
generals.
Mark.
And...
This is simply common knowledge, and this is a police chief who happens to be a female. Another one of them female chiefs happens to be a black woman. I'm going to play this first part again because I want to point something out. One more time, Tattoo Dave.
That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor to you, or how does this work?
So the executive order...
Stop it. Now, the next voice, the mayor of D.C. rushed in. I mean, quicker. She was sprinting over there to then handle this. Now, if a reporter was a good reporter, wouldn't the reporter then say, Mayor, it seems to me that your chief of police has no idea what the term chain of command means. But of course they don't double down because, all these liberal media sites.
They hide stuff.
Oh, of course they do.
Yeah, like they prop Joe Biden. They just make.
But is it just me? I'm not making too big a deal out of this. This is a police chief in a major city in the United States of America that has no idea, has never heard the term chain of command. And you wonder why Donald Trump is putting an end to this DEI crap.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
The mayor of D.C., Bowser, I know most people know her from Sean and Odd, but
yes.
She's a huge cigar smoker.
Is she really?
Yes, she is.
Interesting that you would point that out because a few days ago, I mentioned this to Cato Kalin during poker. I said, I'm respecting the fact that she's doing the right thing and she's not rebelling against Trump. You too,
yes,
Ralph? Yeah,
absolutely.
And I said that and said, well, she's still bad. Yes, she is bad because she's one of them. One of them meaning one of those lefties, one of those libs. But one of the rare mayors who is not in your face saying, screw you, Trump. She just said, okay, well, this is the way it's going to be.
I had a cigar with her.
Did you really?
Yes. It was about a year ago at Shelley's back room in D.C.
And I bet you found this woman an affable gal.
Very affable.
I bet, yeah.
Did you nail her?
Because she seems, unlike our mayor here in Los Angeles, who you really, and you don't want to hit a woman, but you want to choke her out, though.
Yeah.
Our mayor, Karen Bass, is the worst. She degrades that role of being mayor. She is so bad. She's embarrassing. But yeah, and Cato sort of disagreed with me regarding this mayor of D.C. But Cato's not always right. He's sort of conspiratorial too. Although
Cato, he's very conspiratorial.
Although he is one of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
He's a Trump supporter.
Does he think OJ's guilty?
Wait a second.
He already went on record. He's on his own television show saying.
Wasn't he exonerated, for God's sakes?
He was.
OJ? Yes.
Cato's already got a record with his.
A British mom says she was sexually violated by a parasailing operator while mid-air in Tunisia. If true, this gives new meaning to giving her a high hard one.
Whoa.
So, you see? And
Dave, where's the rim shot?
Here I am out here.
See what he did there?
I'm out here with a goddamn convict. Could be at home giving the wife the high hard one. What movie is that from?
Jasveen Sangha, the ketamine queen who sold drugs that killed Matthew Perry, accepted a guilty plea in connection to the actor's death. I don't know about you, but Ketamine Queen, my favorite Billy Ocean song. Right. Is absolutely, at least top two. At least top two.
Queen.
And Miss Palestine will make her debut at this year's Miss Universe pageant. Pageant officials say it'll mark the first time a contestant's fur bikini bottom is all natural. So, there's a little to look forward to. And on our thumbnail, if you're watching us on YouTube and some of the fine platforms out there, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, that's how you find us on YouTube and Rumble and X. The thumbnail is Lebubu, pronounced Lebubu. Does any of us guys, because we're all of the male type in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, anybody heard of this?
Yeah, the little furry animals you put on your purse.
Okay. Laboo.
They're like the what do they call the little? What do you call babies?
Yeah.
No.
Furbies.
But I got
Beanie babies.
I got to tell you that Ralph.
How
That
does
Ralph.
Ralph
Ralph from the Bronx. He's up on everything, especially Lebubus.
That's a little
especially,
suspect.
Do you have one? Do you have a Lebubu?
Yeah.
No, but I have a purse.
I used to have a Lebubu, but laser surgery took care of it. The sales have seen this massive increase in 2025, turning the toy line into a billion-dollar company. Global sales have been driven by viral social media campaigns and celebrity endorsements. Both kids and adults are buying these things, both kids and adults. But the phenomenon is driven more by young adults as a collectible and fashion trend. They're drawn to the quirky and sort of mischievous appearance of the dolls, which to me looks like a bastardized troll doll. You know, I'm just saying.
Mark's online on Amazon ordering a box of them.
Yeah, is that what Mark C.G. Boyer is doing?
That's what he's doing right now.
But the troll dolls are really cool.
They're expensive.
Oh, are you kidding?
They're
me?
expensive.
They're collectible.
Believe me, I'll get into this. Some people say the Lebubu dolls look a bit scary, but others think they're downright adorable, and these people can be seen riding short buses. Why adults are buying Lebubu? Collectability and status. You see, Lebubu dolls have become global collectibles and fashion accessories for the kidult generation. Kidult, aka libtards.
Yeah.
I got my Lebubu, yay!
Acting as status symbols for those who collect them. Some of these full-grown freaks are even creating videos of the unboxing and displaying of their Lebubus. My theory: beta males are choosing to spend their time with Lebubus because even though the dolls are weird looking and creepy, they're still more attractive than liberal women. and if you're an adult listening or watching right now who owns a Lebubu doll, I want you to try something. Pick it up now, hold it by the feet, then beat yourself over the head with it. What is wrong with you? You're an adult spending hundreds of dollars on toy dolls in a bizarre attempt to feel like a kid again and satisfy a sense of nostalgia. It's too much.
And they're stupid. Once you take it out of the box, it loses all the value.
Yeah, so you got to keep it in the box and then wait 30 years.
Like the G.I. Joe doll. I wish I would have kept mine in the box.
Like that Tickle Me Elmo you have back there on the.
Oh yeah,
that thing was worth. Fortune back when
tons, but I took it out of the box because I bought two of them. One I gifted to my lovely daughter Alexandra, who I don't know if you heard, but
was that a wedding present?
She was wed over the weekend, and I don't know why I kept the other one, but maybe she just gave that back, or I found that in her bedroom when she moved out. I don't know. That's probably hers, the one I gifted her. So the wedding, my friends. Wow. It's a big wow, and I think everyone in this room and so many of you lovely folks who listen and watch Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and on the finest radio stations in America know my passion and my love for my daughter. I give her kudos every week on the show. I love her more than life itself, and I am afraid, and I don't think this is so, but I think there is a possibility that I may have lost her. See, unlike me, she cares what people think about her. And because of that, you will do things, and I guess what I'm trying to say is you won't be a big loudmouth like her dad. And she's more copacetic and amenable in conversations. But she did exhibit her awesome good taste. My daughter's drink menu consisted of Mai Tais and Manhattans.
So she's more diplomatic than you.
Yeah, but
everybody is.
But everybody's more diplomatic. Yeah, well, it depends on the situation. If I'm in a negotiation, I am a great diplomat, and I am tremendous, not one to boast. But it was in the outskirts of Columbus, Ohio. What's the name of the town? Mark C.G. Boyer was there with me.
Wake up.
Pataskala?
Yeah, Pataskala. Pataskala, which is about 30 miles from downtown, or at least 33 miles from the airport.
Who drove the rental car?
What? Oh, it was Mark.
Son of a bitch.
I know
I would have drove it at least until I started drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Then two things.
But
two things. You don't drink and drive.
You can't hear that Mark's mic is up too loud.
And if you get in a wreck and you just really don't care because you're
screwed up.
Well, yeah,
But
yeah.
by the way, you said until you started drinking, you would have been on a plane prior.
Yes.
So you'd have been
Oh,
drinking.
you drank it? You drank on the plane?
No. Well, I had one Bloody Mary on the first leg.
One Bloody Mary.
Yeah, but just one Bloody
in the
Mary.
plane, he
And
said.
by the way, and I know Mark because he doesn't notice things. I wasn't asked to pay for it. Very nice flight attendant. Flight attendants like me. That's why I married one and produced a daughter named Alexandra.
Yeah, it's going back to the wedding.
Yeah.
Well, you paid for it. You just don't.
I paid. You mean free flights? Oh, yeah,
you pay, yeah.
Never marry for free flights, my friend. It's a very bad idea because you will eventually pay.
Our brother did.
And you're going to pay out the ass. I found it very Stepfordish. I found the very, very
Robotic?
Stepfordish. And my buddy John, who I've known since I was 15 years old, is 100% correct. No matter how nice in the face of it all they come off, there's still one of them. It is a great cause. They hate you if you are a conservative. We don't hate liberals. At least I didn't until this weekend. I did not have hate in my heart. I don't have hate in my heart.
So was there an issue at the wedding?
I was sitting by the pool, and it was a farm. It was a farm setting, and I just love my daughter's choice for venues. Beautiful farm. You got the cows out there. You got a beautiful lake where the ceremony took place. Not in the lake, but right above it.
Smell of cow crap.
And it was beautiful. So I'm sitting by the pool and
Smoking?
What?
Smoking?
No, not at this point because as it turns out, during the entire proceedings for many, many hours, I was the only one that smoked anything. And of course, I smoke cigars, but I was the only one there that smoked. That sort of gives you an indication of who the crowd is, right, Ralph?
I would assume so.
As odd as that sounds, you know, I'll break it down. The minute I arrived there, my ex-wife's sister, who I've always adored, her name is Jessica. By the way, looking great. Jessica is looking absolutely great. Wearing these, F me pumps and showing
the brunette, right?
Showing the gams
Nice try, Marty.
the big old boobies, pendulous, and just look great. Looking great. Introduced me to her husband, great dude, German dude, very, very nice. And she whispers to me, she says, "Matt, I just want to clue you in. You and my husband and me, we're the only conservatives here." I said, "Oh, good. Well, that's a little something to look forward to. That's good. But I'm not going to let that ruin my experience. I'm not planning on talking politics. I stayed away from politics completely. I really was a good boy in that respect."
You're saying you finally learned your lesson.
Well, no, there was no lesson to learn. I just didn't talk politics. There's no upside, especially when you're around that many
Completely
folks.
outnumbered.
Yeah, but I don't care about being outnumbered. I mean, I'll debate it. I'll debate 1,000 to me. I have no problem with that because there's right and wrong, and I have right on my side. And I have points that I can draw out and will explain my position on anything. But Jessica, I love her for cluing me in because it was just, Matt, what are they? Just, you see the three of us? Yeah, that's it. That's it. And I forgot how totally full of S lefties are.
How could you forget that?
No, well, it's a wedding. So I'm thinking in this,
I know politics at a wedding is what you're thinking.
Yeah, but hold on a second. I didn't think politics would enter in, but then I realized after telling a quick little joke that anything sexist, a libtard is going to act as though they hate. And it's like, oh, boo, boo. Even though they may find it funny, right? They don't want the rest of the crowd to think they're sexist. And I didn't think of this as sexist until after I said the joke. And I didn't want to. Early in the wedding, I went up to my daughter who was sitting, in that front table as all the newlyweds, do, and they sit there. And I said, "Boy, this is a special seat, isn't it?" And she said, "Yeah, Dad." It's yeah. Look around here. I said, "Any speeches today, Alexandra?" And she instantly said, "No speech. no speechy, no speaking, no speechy. I said, good, because I really didn't want to. Now, fast forward a couple hours, Courtney, my ex-wife, walks up to me and said, Matt, I want you to speak. I said, you know, our daughter said no speaky. She said, yeah, but I want you to do the toast. So she's setting me up. She's, once again, my ex-wife comes back to bite me. She's setting me up for this. So, I didn't have to take the bait, but I wanted to do the right thing as the dad, as the father. During the wedding ceremony, I was forced to sit next to Courtney. She grabbed my arm, and I sat with her. And by the way, looking great. Courtney's looking beautiful as always. I've always said aesthetically, she's a gorgeous gal. And so we're sitting there together. Ceremony only takes a couple minutes. No mention of God. No mention of God in the entire ceremony. I was not raised in in religiosity. I was never really. I never went to church except once. I wish I had been in retrospect.
I did. I went to Bible camp.
Yeah, you did, but I didn't. Man, I didn't. You know, and Ralph is giving you the high five on that.
I love that I did.
I don't think, maybe I wasn't invited. Maybe they looked at me as the devil. I don't know what the hell it was. But at 15 and a half years old, after reading the W. Clement Stone book, The Success System That Never Fails, there are mentions of God, and it's not a religious book, but there are mentions throughout the entire book, and this man is a highly religious guy. So it really, I took it in, and it made sense to me.
Isn't that kind of standard in a wedding that you do mention God at some point?
Oh, not these kids, not these kids today. No, and certainly not the left. The left. This is why I am doubling down for my love of Jesus Christ. I am doubling down now, and I'm making a pledge to hit the church at least once every 2 months now.
Well, Tom Over,
wow.
The one he goes to is like 6-7 minutes.
I know. I've always wanted to attend that church.
Sundays and Mondays.
That's the Santa Susana one, right?
Tom Omer, by the way, in that brand new great movie that's not out yet called Sarah's Oil.
Oh, yeah.
And it is tremendous.
I watched the trailers. It looks.
No matter, you know where the church is? This rocky peak where the
but
Manson family used to hang out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know. I know. It's right there, man.
Segue, Marty.
Yeah, it is. It's right there. So she forces me to do the toast. I want to do the right thing. And I said,
you've already had a few drinks in you at this point.
Oh, I had a bunch.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they were free.
Oh, yeah. yeah. No, I was.
There was booze in them, too.
Oh, yeah, a lot of booze. Feeling no pain. And, but I'm up for speaking most of the time. So I stood up because Courtney was over in the corner trying to get everyone's attention, and no one would pay attention.
She was really lighting a fire, man.
She was a little shrill, and no one paid attention to her, so I had to speak up and say, that lovely lady over there is attempting to garner your attention. And then I said, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I will because I was requested, and I love my daughter more than life itself. And so if you'll indulge me, I'd like to start with my favorite joke of all time. And I am not, my friends, I am not a joke teller. I don't tell jokes. But when I do, it will be this joke. And here's the good news, my friends. It's less than 20 seconds. It's a 20-second joke. I've been debating on whether to tell you, my friends listening and watching Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio here on this specific Saturday or whenever you found us, and I've decided to tell the joke. And we will have to bleep it later in post because I will tell it exactly as I told it. My friends, if there are kids in the room, and P.S., not one child at the wedding. I never would have told this joke, but not one child at this wedding in Pataskala.
No children and no God.
No children and no God at this wedding. And so I said, here we go. It goes like this. Are the kids out of the room? I just want to make sure. Are the kids out of okay. It goes like this. Guy walks into a Cadillac dealer. The Cadillac salesman comes up to the guy and says, so you're thinking about buying a Cadillac? The guy says, no, I'm thinking about pussy. I'm going to buy a Cadillac.
That's Dad's joke.
No, it's not.
Oh, he said it.
So that went over like a lead effing balloon.
They don't like Cadillacs?
Must not.
It occurred to me later that the P word. So all the libsters are saying, well, that's sexist.
I don't think they got it, though.
That's sexist. No, that's sexist. I got a couple chuckles. No, we're not going yet because we started late.
Well, that's why I went to break late.
Oh, you did?
Yes, very late.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm watching the timer on when we started, so, but go ahead.
Okay. Give me another 30 seconds.
You got it.
So here's the dealio. So I told the joke, and then I went into my never miss onion joke, where
I was going to ask about that.
You bet your ass.
Well,
And
Matt stole
so
that
it was simply, I stole it from the amazing Jonathan, who I knew from the Magic Castle. I love the guy. I even asked his permission years ago.
It's a great.
And he said yes. He said, yeah, whatever you want. And I said, thank you. And it's simply this. I'm talking about my daughter and how much I love her, and then it appears that I'm starting to weep, and I'm touching my eyes, and I said I promised myself I wouldn't do this, and then I reach into my pocket and grab an onion and throw it. I promised myself I would never put another onion in my pocket. It's like they didn't get that, or they just they hated me because of the Cadillac joke. Let's go, man. You know, do you think it could have been? Because that is a sure. I have done that at more funerals, and it never misses. I think you've been there.
I was
Ralph.
there. You did a Kippadonis.
Was it not almost standing O?
It was. Oh, by the way, you also did it at the fat dude guy, Howard Lapidus.
Howard. Oh, listen. If it's a funeral, and I'm asked to speak, you're going to hear that
Did
joke.
you do it at parties?
Of course I do. Okay, I'm going to tell you about my ex-wife and I dancing next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Like the legend of the Phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Look. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion.
Magic Matt Allen.
All right, so let's see where we left off. Speaking of my daughter's wedding over the weekend in Ohio, and got to see my ex-wife's daddy, John. I've always liked John. He's going to be on the show today for a few minutes after the top of the hour, and we'll talk to him about movies and my wedding to his daughter. And some real important words that he mentioned to me after our wedding as we're hanging out in Virginia City, Nevada, at a little mercantile owned by this old Irish guy who is since dead. And you will find this, I believe, fascinating from the father of the bride, and that he would be so honest about his and absolute candor with me.
He's a Texas man, right?
No, he's I think Ohio.
Oh.
I don't know where he was born. We'll ask him today. You know what? I'd like to know. I'm assuming Ohio because I know him from Ohio. It's, by the way, they call the Midwest, but it's so close. It's so close to the East Coast, right? It's just, it's damn near there.
It's not the Midwest.
The hotel that Mark and I were staying on the outskirts, about 32 miles. Yeah. Well, he's a cuddler. Oh, yeah.
Spooner.
But the hotel was packed. I couldn't get another room. So, yes, we shared a room because it was absolutely.
It had 2 beds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He slept on the sofa, which was really good. And by the way, I was expecting all kinds of weird noises and stuff because, he's always coughing. Not a peep out of him. He was a real good boy. But
Did he sleep with clothes on or pajamas?
I'm not gonna get into
Yes,
that.
I had PJ.
Here's the bottom line.
Oh.
Yeah, just icky. No,
I can't eat today.
No, this is icky talk. The reason it was packed is because what do you call those rock and roll dudes who dress up in makeup?
Juggalos.
Yeah. What? No, that's not what you call the band.
Did he say juggalos?
No, juggalos. So what's the name of the band?
Oh, glam or
whatever. And the juggalos, I guess, are the fans, or
I've never heard of that in my life.
They're clowns.
They're clowns. Yeah. They're clowns. Well, it was a big Juggalos concert, and so the concert venue was only minutes away. So it was so all these tatted up gals and so on. Which, by the way, you're all tatted up if you're under 40 these days, right? Or under 50.
Under 50.
Yeah, for God's sakes. So that was fine. By the way, if you just tuned in and you missed the Cadillac joke, no, I'm not going to repeat it, but I should have said the other one as well. What's the difference between parsley and pussy? Nobody eats parsley. See, I could have done. You could have
done the elevator pussy one. Too.
I could have done that one as well.
The elevator one. Can I smell your feet?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I mean, that's another.
How dare you? No, you cannot smell your feet.
Yeah,
it must be your pussy.
And how many times are you going to say the P word?
There you go.
All right, very good. I'm trying to keep this
college radio.
Oh man,
college radio, because I'm so funny and I'm a pro. I like stealing people's radio shows. So I know all about
actually,
it.
if you were funny, you wouldn't have said it 3 times.
All right, so let's move on.
You're just an idiot, dude.
So after the wedding.
Why are you sitting here?
Wait. Before we get to after the wedding, here? I'm hearing head like a hole. I'm under the tent the entire time, smoking my stogie.
Somebody's playing Trent Reznor in the background?
And afterward, there was a live band. There was a live band there, a real good band.
Oh, they weren't doing You Spin Me Right Round and stuff like most wedding singers do?
No, real good band. And I'm sitting under the tent over there by myself. But after my little performance, I had folks come up to me and say, that was really funny. So I said, where were you during the performance? Well, they say, well, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I do know.
Well,
you're a bunch of pusses is what you are. And the fact that you find it funny, but you can't let your neighbor know it's funny because you're a bunch of lefties.
Yeah.
But I did. I had to. And then a gal named Chloe Funkhauser, she was over there at a table moving things around, but it took way too long. And I'm thinking, she wants to talk to me. I'm wondering, why is this taking so long? She's not really doing anything. Finally, I guess she got the nerve and she came over to me. And Chloe Funkhauser, what a beautiful gal. She is good friends, as she put it, with my daughter Alexandra. And she said, I want you to know that my mother is a huge fan of yours. And I'm thinking, boy, back in the day, it would have been you.
Well,
hey, man.
Over 18.
Well, you can either keep living or you die. I mean, and
those are your choices.
Yes, and if you keep living, you're going to get older. And so, I was thinking that. It's like, your mother? I said, excellent. So I'll say hi to her. Barb in Detroit. Lovely Barb in Detroit. God bless you. And this Chloe, really nice gal.
Did Chloe show you a picture of mommy? I mean,
no,
you never know.
Too old for me, Mark.
Hey, man, now
females, they don't age gracefully.
That expiration date's normally around 38, a little before 40.
I don't know. Sophia Loren's closing in on 90. I'd still be there.
Yeah, I got to tell you, she is looking good, isn't she? Yeah, that old
There's
broad.
A couple, yeah.
So after the wedding, we head back.
BB Cates?
Oh, no. So at the wedding, I'm hearing head like a hole. I have to stand up and walk over because Courtney is out of her mind, my ex-wife.
You should have went up on stage and sang it with them.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
I wasn't in the mood for that, but but Courtney was out to dance, so I went over there and sort of pseudo danced with her. Why? Why am I doing that to Head Like a Hole? Because she is the one who turned me on to 9 Inch Nails with that song.
Black is your soul.
Yeah, the night we got together. And so, and I think I think it's probably being played for me. She did come over, Matt, I'm playing the Knack, my Sharona, that's for you. And I just ignored her and continued smoking my cigar.
Poor Bruce Gary.
Yeah, I love Bruce Gary. And she was.
There's always one for old time's sake. I'm just saying.
She was, she's married. Did you hear me, Ralph? So she's a married woman. No, she's a married woman.
Husband, nice
Third
guy?
time's a charm.
By the way, this is I found sort of interesting. She never introduced me to her husband.
Oh,
I never saw her husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was the guy on the keyboards.
What?
Wasn't he? Didn't Alexander tell us that?
If anyone mixes things up?
No,
yeah.
that he's a band member. So.
Is he
Oh,
really?
so maybe he was. That's why you didn't see him.
She told us at dinner.
Wait, hold on. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. Courtney does love the star power. So
Of the wedding band.
yeah. Okay.
Adam Sandler.
All right, whatever.
My new band.
Whatever. Hey, man, they were good. They were good players. It was a good
That's
band.
good.
So we made it back, luckily, to the hotel, and I am now amped up, but feeling weird, still Twilight Zone-ish.
What time at night
during
was
this? Because it's like, my daughter, she got married. Do I really know the guy? I really don't know the guy whatsoever. I don't know him.
As hard as we tried.
Yeah, when they were visiting a few months ago, well, I tried again, and I tried twice, and I'll tell you the third time in mere minutes when I took them to dinner on Sunday night.
So what did you do? What time did you get back to your after the wedding? You came back to the room so fairly early.
Came back and it was it must have been 11:30 midnight around there. Yeah. And I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, that's how it shuts down. I bet you.
So I walked through the bar, and there this group of it's a group celebrating a class reunion, as it turns out.
Yeah.
And so I walked past them. And then I walked back because I'm thinking, okay, I can have another cocktail here. I don't have to drive anywhere. And then I get this lovely gal who says, "Hey, are you a movie star?" Quote. And she says, "You look like a movie star."
She said, "Yeah, Cindy, I went to school with you."
So this was the day. You know, I'm not wearing the hat. The hair is all coiffed, and wearing the suit and the whole thing. So, understandably, I do not want to boast, look like a movie star.
You were in a film with Burt Reynolds, weren't you?
I was in I did mention that.
I think that
I said
makes him a movie star.
I said it's mostly radio, but not one to boast. I did a movie with the great Burt Reynolds. And nice people, all of them conservatives.
Oh.
I realized, yeah, because these folks had nothing to do with the wedding party.
It's just back at the hotel.
Yeah.
I would have hung out with them the rest of the night.
Well, dig this. So we're talking, and these cheap bastards. None of them offered to buy me a drink after they found out
Were they
who I
your
was.
age group?
Yeah. About in there.
Yeah.
And good folks, and we're talking. I get right into politics because I've been starved for hours. At the wedding.
That I believe 100%.
So I just get it, and they're all for it except just one guy in the group who's a lefty, and it's like, I love that. Well, now it's us against him.
Oh boy.
But anyway, so it was great, and then they
You
closed.
guys ever hear the Cadillac joke?
Yeah. I got a Cadillac joke for you, and a parsley joke that I'd like you to take in and just give me your 2 cents on this.
And here's an onion.
Yeah, and here's an onion. Yeah, right now. Yeah, by the way, I should have saved the damn onion. It cost me like $2 at a farmer's market.
Was it a good one?
Yeah, in Pataskala. Yeah, well, someone stole it.
Hey,
Anyway,
Matt, I looked the name up.
Yeah.
And it's Yiddish for "Where the hell are we?"
Pataskala?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. That was the quote of the night when Mark said, "Where the hell are we?" And it's true. Where the hell are we? We're somewhere in the Midwest, a place that I would never be if it weren't for my daughter. When I'm taking a trip somewhere, at least I see some light at the end of the tunnel where there's going to be fun there. But it's like the whole thing, I'm trepidatious. It's my daughter. I'm a fish out of water. These are people I don't know. All of them are from Ohio or very close nearby, New Jersey, all in that vicinity. I should have won the damn door prize for being the man that flew the furthest to be at this damn wedding. But I'm not looking for accolades. I'm really not.
I don't know why I'm asking this, but were they all white people?
What?
Whoa.
Wedding.
No, and that doesn't even pertain. So at the hotel, the gal, it turns out, is from Long Island, was born in Long Island.
Island.
And she doesn't have I said, you don't have the accent. She does the Lori Downey Jr. thing.
Oh, wow.
Where she does the coffee and the dog. And I said, you guys are taught that on the island, right? To say that, because it was the exact same sentence when they do the accent.
Yeah.
So the bar closed down, and They invited me to their room.
Oh.
Now listen to me. Hear me now.
Mark was already in bed.
No, oh yeah, no. It was not a party to any of these festivities after the wedding. As we slide into the break here, they invited me to the room, and I said, you know, I listen. Yes, I'm from Hollywood and all that stuff, but I don't do any of that weird crap. They sort of laughed about that. I'm still thinking, well, there's a shot with the Long Island gal. No, she was married, and I was, you know, obviously I jest.
I would have went to the room, man.
I did.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, hell yeah. I was in the mood. The bar was closed.
Did they have booze in their room?
It's a friggin' party. I'll get to the room ordeal when we return on the Big Dog broad chasing. By the way, there was a brunch the next day at the farmhouse where the wedding took place. I'll give you a little tidbit about that. All that and less in minutes on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Recognize my voice? You might not, huh? This is the Money Man, Eddie Money, with my good buddy Magic Matt right here. Outlaw Radio. Let me do it again. Are you an outlaw? I'm an outlaw, huh? My probation officer loves me. This is Money Man, my good buddy Matt right here on Outlaw Radio. Stick 'em up, motherfucker.
All right, my friends, my friendlies. If you just tuned in, you're listening to us on great radio stations across the country. You missed a lot of yakking about my daughter's wedding over the weekend in Ohio, but we're up to this point. We're back from the wedding at the hotel where Mark C.G. Boyer and my own self were staying 33 miles from the airport.
And Matt was just invited to a gangbang in a room in a hotel.
No, it was
not a gang.
That's not what it was. And I ran into these folks at the hotel bar, and the bar was closing, and they were nice enough to invite me to the room. And normally, you know, I would say no. I'm not a go to the room.
In California, you'd say no.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Tattoo Dave. Yeah, in California, it's like, you know, they're up to no good. But in Ohio, I said, yeah. Well, hell yeah. I said, you got booze there? I said, yeah, we got booze. I said, I'm coming. So now we're in the room, but all they got is some red wine.
Where was Mark C.G. Dummy at the time?
He's sleeping.
Okay, good.
He's sleeping. He split. He was not a party to any of this.
He was sleeping.
No, he was gone. But so I had a little wine. It wasn't bad red wine, you know. And it's
out of a box. It was probably the best you could get.
It was tasty, but they also
isn't Ohio a dry state? Are they?
No.
They're not.
They also had. They also. By the way, it is the least dry state. These are drinkers in that town.
Good.
And I also learned that I get along with the good old boys better than damn near anyone. Even the night of our arrival at the hotel, there's three dudes coming out of a lift, and one of the dudes, his shirt it looked like covered with blood, but yet I, of course, no fear, I went up to the dude covered in blood, and I said, you don't happen to know, is there a place to dine this late? Because it's 4 a.m. I said, we hadn't eaten all day. He said, well, there's a thing there. There's a McDonald's. I'm thinking, even though I support McDonald's, it's like the least. I haven't been to a McDonald's except for a fish sandwich in years. There's just no reason because they've upped the prices. Remind me about McDonald's later in the show because this you'll find damn interesting about this menu. They're in Ohio. I think they got it wrong. They're in Ohio. I think in the other states, maybe they figured out how this works. But in the room, I'm drinking. Then they had this flavored bourbon as well. And I said, well, yeah, have a little taste of that. And then we got into politics. And the one lefty, you know, he's the one. And you can just tell. And he said, well, yeah, I'm on the left. I said, you didn't have to tell me. He said, I thought you knew. You know, it's sort
of the purple hair.
Yeah, no,
It was the earring through the nose.
No, and by the way, I'm thinking you're too old to be a lefty, but okay.
So is this at 4 a.m, you said?
No. This is after the wedding, and
that was the night before, Marty.
Yeah.
Stay with it. Stay with
the story. So this dude.
This is your first night in.
So I simply said, you being a lefty, I said, what about this pronoun crap? You're all for that? And he said, yes. I said, so you believe that simply because you come up with a pronoun for yourself that I should be infected with that and I must then call you your... And he said, no, I don't think that you should be forced to. I said, okay, we're on the same page here. I've always said, live and let live. You want to have a pronoun, have a happy day. Don't expect me to call you by your stupid moniker that you came up with. Right? I mean, it's real simple. So we got along. It was about an hour in there, and the Long Island gal just couldn't, you really look like a movie star. And I said, as I told you, I was in one movie. Does it make me a star? Hell yeah. For the purposes of being in Ohio? Hell yeah. But really nice folks. They shared their booze with me, and these are the Ohioans.
I think they would have shared more than that with you.
I wish we're at the wedding.
Yeah.
I wish
at least one table.
I'll tell you what, I would have killed for half a table.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and P.S., do you hear me say that I hate these? I don't hate any of the wedding party. I thought they were all very nice. By the way, the father, I'll tell you about him next.
But the price ain't right. Ain't that cold? Be a downside cheaper. Yes, it do. Start riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. The rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Good God. Listen, got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music, yeah, that the DJ plays. Well, all right. And then the lights come on, yeah, like you knew they would. That cold. Gone home and face the music. That don't sound too good. Ain't that cold? Listen. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Oh! hot dogs and a strawberry soda.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is?
Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Ain't that gold? Be a downside cheaper, yes it would. Start riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Taxi!
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Our main event! Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt, but I'm here to
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Tom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. Lots of fun, guys. Be back, 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we interrupt.
Well, you see, my friends, my friendlies, we were all set to speak with my former father-in-law, John DeSando, an accomplished professor in Ohio. Yeah, he's a professor. You heard me, Ralph O'Dearnay. He's a professor. One of those dudes that drove around on the motorcycle wearing the leather. You know, all the hot college girls loved him. I mean, this guy always had it going on. 85 years old now, but you wouldn't know. Still as spry and always loved the guy. John DeSando, my ex-wife's father, and we were all scheduled to talk about the wedding and my wedding to his daughter, and nothing. And Tattoo Dave tried 3 times to get in contact with him.
5 times.
Okay, now what I'm thinking, he may have been listening and didn't like what he heard, but I never thought of him as I know he's on the left. I know.
Did you show him a way to listen?
I know he's a big old Democrat. I know that, but he never really gave me the impression that he was that guy who would be put off by anything I had to say prior to him coming on. I didn't think that he was. But maybe back to my buddy John Albee when he says, well, they're still one of
He's still one
Yeah,
of
but
them.
don't jump to
He's
conclusions.
still
He
one
might
of
be
them.
sleeping or something.
He's
He's 85
They could be taking
years
a
old.
nap.
Yeah, he's
No,
85.
and you're right, and I know there are many explanations because it doesn't sound like John DeSanto.
It's 6 o'clock in Ohio. Maybe he's at dinner.
No, it's 7 o'clock. It's a 3-hour time
Oh,
difference.
it's 3
my friend.
hours?
Oh yeah, they're in big old Columbus.
I thought they were in the Midwest.
Yeah, right, and that's sort of my claim. It's
They're-
right. It's like
They're on the very east part of the
Midwest is 2 hours.
It's
That's
like,
right.
It's like if you're in the Midwest,
It's 2 hours.
how is that a 3-hour time difference? I know. Believe me, I've gone through this for years. It's like
That's funny.
just call yourself the East Coast. But I will tell you, not really East Coast mentality, whatever that is, But good folks in Ohio. And John, if you are listening and you were pissed off by what you heard, no apologies.
Get over it.
It's yeah, I guess.
Call us back.
Yeah, or not. But I love
You
the
think
guy.
Courtney has
He
something
does-
to do with it, maybe?
He does movie reviews for PBS.
That's still around?
Yeah.
What?
But he's
We cut the funding for PBS.
Channel 9?
But let me tell you a little something.
Number 9.
John is an articulate guy. He's a smart guy. He's a funny guy, and he truly has a flair for showbiz. If the professor thing was not his thing, he could have been a showman. He really is that. And good-looking guy with the most beautiful daughters on the planet. 4 of them, all gorgeous gals. And at the wedding, I said, you remember what you told me on the wedding night of your lovely daughter and my own self in Virginia City, Nevada, at the courthouse, where the eyes of justice in Virginia City, the only eyes of justice without a blindfold, Virginia City, Nevada.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that's because all of the degradation and the gunfights and
Whoring.
the debauchery in the 1800s, they decided, no, the Miss Justice needs to see. And so we had a little wedding. We ended up at this mercantile up the street from, and there's only like 3 or 4 streets in Virginia City.
You guys get married at the Silver Dollar?
I just said the courthouse.
Oh, the
Follow
courthouse.
along. Ralph was trying to tell you earlier, follow the story, and I'm telling you, this will all make sense. So we're at the mercantile, minding our own business, smoking stogies. John and I, Courtney's dad, smoking stogies. And John says, Matt, do you realize what you just did? And I said, well, I think so. I smoked a really good cigar, and I'm going to have another one. He said, no. He said, marrying my daughter. I said, yeah, I believe so. Free airfare. No, I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. But here's the thing. What a bastard I am.
Did you get married at the Silver Dollar?
This is why females hate us, or specifically why my ex-wife hates me. So he said no. He said, you got to understand something. This is not going to work out. And I said, this is right after the wedding. I said, okay. He said, please remember, I married her mother.
Wow.
And because they were long divorced.
Was this at the Bucket of Blood?
Yeah, Bucket of Blood in Virginia
Okay,
City.
that's what I thought.
That's where the ceremony took place.
That's what I thought.
So I always appreciated his candor and
That is fun. I remember you telling that.
Yeah.
me that a long
May
time
I
ago.
go on record as saying, John DeSanto, God rest your soul,
No,
because
no.
what a good what?
Still alive.
Are you
Well,
sure?
you don't know. He didn't answer.
Didn't answer.
He didn't answer the phone.
Yeah, wouldn't that be? And I'm telling you, he's a professor, so he lives by the clock.
Is he a film critic, Matt?
Yeah,
You
that's
just
what
said
I'm-
that.
yeah,
Who's not following now?
Mark, don't take the show backwards. Just let's keep
Okay.
propelling it ahead here. Yes.
I looked him up. I mean, BA
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Georgetown University.
Yeah, he's a smart son of a gun. He does great film reviews, and I wanted a little insight on maybe a couple new films.
Yeah.
But none of that will happen because John has elected to not
Die.
be a part. I hope not. I really hope not. I look at that guy and I think that guy's going to live to be at least 100. So
No. That's Mark Boyer.
God bless your soul, John DeSanto, and God rest your soul. I really liked you a lot. So I was going to share this with John because I didn't mention this to John, and I probably shouldn't be. I should. What do I have to hide? I don't hide things from you, and that's why, on occasion, you will find this show compelling. So I give you it all, man. and let the chips fall where they may. I love my daughter. Even if my daughter turns out hating me, there's nothing I can do about that except to, you know how much I love her, and I'll always love her. But I will tell you that the father of the groom came over to me at the wedding, and he sat down. He said, "Do you mind if I sit down?" I said, "No, I'd love to." He's about 85 years old, or at least looks about 85.
Wow.
That's the father. Right. Okay.
Oh, by the way, this explains a lot about the husband.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Well, how so? Yeah, how so, Dave? I'm
Brought into the
interested.
world very late by older parents.
Okay.
So very subdued, afraid to come out.
What do you mean by come out? You think he's gay?
Well, I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to say
I
that
doubt
he's
it.
very, very quiet.
Yeah, he is
You
very
can't get an
quiet.
answer out of this guy.
Someone needs to hear his own voice.
I don't know. You may be onto something here, but he sits down. The first question he asks
Careful.
me, he says, Matt.
Hey, Ralph, F. Marty.
No, Ralph's on a roll right now, so be very
Okay.
careful.
Okay. The father of the groom.
Yeah.
The first question.
What?
You're giving me permission to now go on with my story, Mark? Is that what?
Bart?
Yeah.
Look at these other kids in the room.
By the way,
Thanks, Marty.
By the way, can't you hear Mark? My brother Mark's mic is up too loud.
Well, I put it where you said, so I keep kind of bringing it down.
So dig this. The first question he asked me, I'm not making this up. Mark C.G. Boyer,
sitting right there,
he was
jaw-dropped.
he was jaw dropped. He witnessed this. He said,
I wasn't even
"What
sleeping.
I would like to know is what does your daughter see in my son?"
Oh my God!
I kid.
That's awesome.
I kid you not.
100%.
I kid you not. I'm so glad I had a witness there
That is
because
too
you
good.
probably think that I'm making
Oh
this
yeah,
up.
anyone would think that. That's too good.
What does your daughter? Because I will tell you, yes, my daughter, fine-looking gal. She's got it all going on. She's an attorney. She bought her place in Ohio, where I'm assuming they'll be living.
Yeah, which she now shares with his son.
in her joint there.
Oh.
She is a self-made woman. I am so proud of her. And could it be, let me just sort of throw this out there, and I'd like to hear your view on this. Could it be, like so many females, that she sees a guy that she wants to fix, she wants to help?
Yep.
Do you think that my daughter could be that gal
something to
who
that.
wants to? Because he went on to say, the father of the groom went on to say, you know, his life has been sort of scattered. I'm paraphrasing, but scattered, not really a direction. And when he met your daughter, it was sort of that puzzle piece that fell into place. And I'm thinking, oh, I wish this were the other way around. You know, I really do. So could it be?
Yes, there are women out there that rescue the puppy.
Many
that-
females will
Pretty
do.
much all of them.
Yes, they
Right.
are.
Didn't Courtney try to change you a little bit?
They are nurturers. Well, you know, but you can't change me. But
Right.
yeah,
Well, that's
and
hence the divorce.
And you can't change a dollar bill. By the way, one of the greatest rhymes of any song by Ray Parker of Radio. That's RAYDIO. You can't change that. And the rhyme is, you can change a dollar bill, but you can't change the way I feel.
I like Ghostbusters better.
Yeah, but the rhymes weren't as good. Dollar
Who do you
bill.
call?
Somehow, Dollar Bill and Phil. Ray Parker made that rhyme. So brunch the next day. I found that really odd. That was odd.
Was there a rehearsal dinner?
It was Friday night. We weren't there.
Okay.
Yeah,
we were in travel.
yeah, but
We were in travel.
we were in travel. We were on our way.
We were in travel.
We were many
Flying
many
on a
miles away from Ohio.
We were on a plane with no Wi-Fi.
So yeah, it was an oil burner, and boy, did that thing go! Boy, it was real fast.
What did you do without your freaking game that you play constantly? Solitaire.
He can play it on the plane.
Yeah,
You
that's not
can-
a Wi-Fi. That's not a Wi-Fi.
Oh God.
Well, I
dear
bought the
God.
Wi-Fi on
Of
the
course
first
you did.
leg,
All
and
right,
then
this
that
is
was
so
enough.
uninteresting. Let's just move on. So the little brunch, I had a little frittata, very very good. I mean, a very taste. I didn't want to eat a lot. I didn't want to pass out because we had dinner plans that night, and I was taking the groom and my lovely daughter to dinner. But the vibe there it's like John, he acted like he didn't even see me. Everyone just sort of, and so I sat next to my daughter who was talking to her friends from New York. One a very attractive Chinese gal, and the other a very attractive black gal. You know, both in the same age as my daughter. And so I'm sitting with them, but really no one else. And John is over at the other table, and it's just even more Twilight Zone-ishness and more fish out of the water for me. And it's very Stepfordish.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you know, Mart, I don't get uncomfortable. I
You make other people uncomfortable.
Yes, I do. I do. But do I go out of my way to do that? Only
Yes, you do.
Well, sometimes. Only sometimes. But I try. I like to have a good time. Every time. All the time. I really do. I look to have a happy day. And this, if I could impress on you lovely folks watching Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio and listening to us on the finest radio stations, that's my advice. Every day, look at every day as a gift and have a happy day. Yeah. So even at when I'm feeling the cold shoulder, it's an odd vibe.
Courtney?
But I'm sitting, Courtney sort of came out of the house, yeah, she, boy, that was a long night, I think, for her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was the next day.
No makeup.
Well, you know, not that women need makeup, but why do women wear makeup and perfume? Because they're ugly and they smell bad. So that's, by the way, that's a Mark Walker joke.
Yeah. That's the greatest.
That's another one of my favorites. And do I really think that?
Yes.
Of course. No, I do not. I love females. I mean, it's gotten me into so much trouble and cost me so much money because of my passion and love for females. So we're sitting there, and so now I decide, well, since I'm sitting here, I'm going to engage in conversation with Alexandra's two friends from New York.
Oh boy,
were they single?
It doesn't matter.
I don't care. Nobody cares. So I'm really
stupid questions for 500, Jack.
Yeah, I'm really not looking.
Oh yeah, try to take the heat off Marty.
I'm really not looking to hit on them. So the conversation is this: they're talking about, and they're just talking nonstop because you know females, boy, are they loquacious? They love to yak.
They hate silence.
So big time.
Mute button.
So there they are. They're yakking and so on. But I want to learn a little something. So I asked one of the gals. I said, well, because she says, yeah, I'm an attorney, but yeah, I don't really like it. I don't really. So I then butted in and said, so it's about the money? She said, yeah, the money's good, but I don't really enjoy it. I said, well, that's a shame. I said, what are you passionate about? And she said, well, I don't really know what I'm passionate about. I said, I think everyone should, as their profession, I mean, the greatest thing on earth is to do what you love. That is the one, you have hit the bullseye. And that's why I felt blessed for many years. I do what I love.
You would do it for free.
I would do.
Well, he does.
On this show. I do. It's a passion. I love the folks who take time out of the busy schedule. In fact, we got another gift package, which remind me about.
What happened to the jerky?
I'll tell you about that in just a moment. Yeah. From our friends in Wisconsin. I adore good people. I love good people. So I asked, what's your passion? Yeah, I don't really. Now, in the next 2.5 minutes, I hear the word, because she's nonstop talking, the word passion in her sentences about 40 times. She said, well, passion, with the passion, and I said, enough with the passion. I said, and I don't know if I said this, but I'm thinking this, I'm sorry I asked. Using my word over and over in a conversation, it's like passion is, okay, I don't even know you, I don't care. I really do. I didn't say this, but because my daughter, and it's like, after the P word joke the night before, I'm not going to add insult to injury. So I'm a good boy. Yeah, very, very nice to meet you. We got out of there pretty quickly. I said, Alexandra, see you tonight. And that brings us to trying to find a cigar lounge in downtown
Piscataway.
Bisbee, yeah, Piscataway. No, in downtown. Where are we in Ohio?
That's Columbus.
Yeah, Columbus. And so Mark punches in never let Mark C.G. Boyer punch in a location for a cigar bar. So he does. I said, wow. I said, this appears to be sort of hoodish. So now as we drive past the supposed cigar bar, you got two black guys sitting out in lawn chairs smoking stogies, and I'm thinking, all right, digging this.
Down with the homies.
It seems like it's in the hood.
Barber shop.
It's sort of like that. So we find a place to park, and I walk over and I said, so is this or is this not a cigar bar? They're the only two guys there, by the way. And they said, well, it's not really a cigar bar. I said, we have other venues that are cigar bars, but this one, because there's an apartment building above us, we're not allowed to smoke. Even in the area of the and I'm just looking for a place to sit down for an hour and relax with a stogie. So the Twilight Zone, fish out of water. This Columbus, Ohio is the Twilight Zone continues. I walk in, it is the greatest humidor ever. They have every great cigar on the planet. I didn't want to leave without purchasing a cigar, so I picked up one of those LG, the giant ones.
The diggers.
The digger.
Yeah, I just got done smoking it. Thank you.
No, you had an Oscuro.
Yeah, the Maduro. Or a Oscuro.
No, you had an Oscuro.
Who cares? That's boring.
By the way, the Oscuro, well, for you for you cigar lovers, but Oscuro is I love that.
It's the best.
It is the best. Yeah. So
thank you very much, by the way.
My pleasure. So I
didn't get one.
So it was I know, but only Ralph, because I'm an a-hole. Now, it was $18 here in California.
Whoa.
That's
24, 25.
These days, 24. So I saw $18. Oh, that's a bargain. So I pick it up, and he cashes me out. I give him a $20 bill. This once again, this just blows my effing mind. He says, "Do you want the change?" now this is a retail store selling cigars. I give him a $20. It's $18, and he asks, "Do you want the change?" So I'm sort of awestruck by this, and I said,
"He thinks he's a bartender."
I said, "What do you mean exactly?" He said, "Well, we do accept tips here." I'm thinking to myself, I really want to get out of this neighborhood alive. I said, I said, you bet your ass you keep the $2. If it goes to you, and I said it this way too, if it goes to you, absolutely keep that.
When you got back to your car, the hubcaps were gone. I know.
No. So now
vacation.
I'm still. And he says, "Well, right up the block there is a cigar bar. It's owned by the same people." And I'm thinking, up the block. I go back to the car. I call my daughter. I said, "Okay, here we are," and I gave her the exact address. She said, "No, that's not. You may want to get out of there." She said, I said, "But High Street is like the known street in Columbus, Ohio. That's where everyone goes." She said, "Yeah, but not that part of High Street." She said, "No, you need to go south."
Matt always finds the nastiest areas in any place.
I do. So now, I get in the vehicle, and I'm still searching. But Mark then punches in something, and he say, "And okay, done," and boom. And I said, "Mark, what did you just do?" "Well, I punched in the location of a Hallmark store."
I had to get my sister a gift.
And I said, "A Hallmark store."
So you can smoke cigars in Hallmark now?
Yeah, I said, you understand the feeling, right, Ralph and Dave?
Oh, yeah.
That when you want a stogie? Because I'm not smoking in the vehicle. It's a rental car. So I just want to sit down and relax. And then, "No, we're going to a Hallmark store." I said, "Do you know there's a Hallmark store in every effing city in the United States of America? But you have to find one." And by the way, this one, 17 miles away.
It's a nice neighborhood.
17.
Pathetic.
No, but it was a very nice neighborhood. So I punch in cigar bars in the neighborhood. Not one. I was looking forward to it. So about 15 minutes later, he's in the Hallmark store finding things for his sister where he could have purchased at any Hallmark store.
Or at the airport.
Anywhere.
Right, just anywhere.
Drugstore.
Just any, but how about a shop that's indigenous to Columbus, Ohio? If you're going to get her something
Grocery store.
from Columbus, then why not that? But no. He continues to be the most irritating son of a bitch on the planet. He truly does. So after that's over, I said, "Okay, let's find this steakhouse that my daughter is hell-bent on visiting, because I wanted to go to the German area, a place that's been there since the 1800s, this old German restaurant. But my daughter hell-bent on heading to this restaurant, so I said, "Let's go there." And it's like 4 in the afternoon now, and I said, "At least we'll locate it." We end up in another area that is the hood. I said, this is the hood again.
Even more sketchy.
True, even more sketchy. We get off the freeway, and the first thing I notice is this cool-looking dive bar on the left side.
Uh-oh.
And I said, okay, T.T. Murphy's. I said, we will end up going there. Because I could tell, I get a vibe from a joint, and I am 99%.
Here's a place I can get beat up in.
Yeah, no, and I'm usually right
This
about
sounds
this.
Irish, right? Murphy?
It is. So we go up the street. We find this joint in a really shady part of town. It turns out to be a place called the Top Steakhouse. It's a place that's been there about 65, 70 years. It just happens to be, I'm assuming the neighborhood was probably nice, back in the day. But it's still sitting there. I said, okay, I'm going to go in. I'm going to get reservations. Walked in, perfection. Oh, Ralph, this is Tattoo Dave. This is a steakhouse that you would have killed to be in. Dark. The bar was this circular, beautiful, classic old sort of Dean Martin-esque Rat Pack bar.
Oh, yeah.
It had the booths.
I guess I wouldn't have appreciated it.
It smelled like
one good thing about Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, no. I found the superlative. And so I set up the reservations. I said, we got 3 hours to kill. I said, T.T. Murphy's. Boom, went there, walked in. First thing I said to that lovely gal at the bar, I said, you wouldn't happen to have a place I can smoke a stogie? She said, yeah, right out back over there. I took a look at it. Perfection. It was this enclosed area.
Can you bring your drink out there also?
I asked her that, and she
Not
said,
of course.
She said,
of course.
She said, absolutely, bring
Idiot.
your drink. That was a beautiful 2 hours spent smoking a great stogie, having 2 bourbon cokes, and finding a great dive bar right up the street from the Top Steakhouse.
And Mark got to
that's a good point, Marty.
Yeah.
When we left the cigar bar,
Yeah.
the guy that was talking to us, he goes, "Oh, by the way, you can take your drink out on the street here."
But why would he say that if I wasn't drinking?
But he just mentioned it.
Well, I don't remember
I
that.
thought that was interesting.
Good point,
You can't
Mark.
smoke, but you can take an open bottle of booze and walk.
Can you kill his mic?
Talking about the Twilight Zone.
All right, we'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. A lot more to get to, I promise you.
The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion.
In a hideaway on the other side of the hill, with Hollywood close enough to smell, one man dared to step up to the bar and talk. And other outlaws heard the legend and joined together to tell their tales. This is how it began. Smoking, drinking, interrupting. Magic Matt Allen. This is Outlaw Radio.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you happy here, my friends, and I'm gonna wrap up this trip to Ohio and the beautiful wedding of my daughter in this segment here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. What the hell is this?
It's a Trump dance. Come on.
The Trump dance?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, let me hear this. I forgot about this. Yeah. Okay. What is it Ralph have his headphones
I have no
on?
idea because he's not following. He said we're not back yet.
Oh, I thought you were doing off air stuff.
All right, okay, enough of the Trump dance. Good stuff. So we had a great dinner in the hood, in the outskirts of Columbus, Ohio. My daughter, her new husband, and my own self, and Mark C.G. Boyer at the Top Steakhouse.
You mean your son-in-law?
It was... What?
You mean your son-in-law, not her new husband.
And by the way, I
your
love that.
son-in-law.
And I love that his dad said, "What does your daughter see in my son?" I love that.
No, I just want to make it clear. It's your son-in-law.
Thank you, Ralph. But I will tell you that I appreciate the candor of this man for asking that question. I'd like to know what your daughter sees in my son. He was very, very honest about it, and God bless him. And I mean that from my heart. Even though
I like that.
Even though I'm the only one there at the wedding who would say God bless you to anyone.
Even if people sneezed?
You get my drift here? It's like
yeah. Are you smelling what I'm cooking?
No mention of religiosity.
It has made me.
It wasn't a pastor that did the ceremony.
No, it was.
It was a clown.
No,
it was a juggalo.
It was from the insane clown posse.
Yeah, it was a lovely gal who happened to be the sister of her husband.
So she's an ordained minister online.
Yeah, whatever. But she's a very nice gal. I mean, very nice family. And that's the good news. But are they on the right? Are they on the left? You do the math.
Hold on a second.
What?
His sister did the...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
That's the first I heard of that.
Okay. Well,
that's very...
I think that's the first I mentioned it.
It is.
That's why it's the first time you heard it.
So anyway, I'm just trying to...
For the most part, you were pretty good...
I was. Yes, I was. And I was trying to procure... And according to Mark, I bought it back after my pee joke and my Cadillac
your
joke.
speech was really good.
So my speech, he said, and Mark, he likes to throw me under the bus.
Well, he also likes to put his head up your what.
Yeah.
No,
okay, which has...
I like green.
Guys, let's try to be funny.
Yeah, or at least entertaining.
That's kind of funny.
So
don't try to be funny.
The bottom line here is that I wanted to, on this last Sunday night in town, because we had to leave the hotel at 2 a.m. that night. And here it is, 7 o'clock. And so I know we're getting no sleep, but we are at this awesome steakhouse called the Thai, and I recommend it, man. If you're forced to be in Columbus, Ohio, if you have to be for some reason, that'll never happen.
No, with me.
I'm not talking to you. I'd be talking to the folks who are taking time out of their busy
There are people
schedule.
from Columbus listening.
Yeah, for those of you in Columbus who have never been.
Well, Chrissy Hines is back in Ohio. She sang that song. Am I correct?
Who have never been to the Top Steakhouse, I recommend it. So we're sitting there, but before we got there about 45 minutes early, so I could have one of their delicious, perfectly effing made martinis, a gin martini. It's the only real martini, and I put it up there against Musso and Frank's. It was absolute perfection in this gorgeously dark steakhouse. And so then the wedding party arrived, which was my daughter and her husband, and we sat down at this booth.
Your son-in-law.
Right. What is?
Double down.
What
Your
is it?
son-in-law.
Pardon me?
Your beautiful daughter and your son-in-law.
Is that what you call him? Is that right? Okay, so I'm
Matt, I got to ask you.
Yeah.
What do you see in your son-in-law?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, Daddy. All right, Daddy. So I simply, when my daughter orders a drink, I am certainly ordering another gin martini because they were so perfect. So we're drinking our drinks, and they ordered the food, and one.
By the way, did your son-in-law order a filet mignon?
Who? Who?
So you had your date, and she had her husband. You and Mark and Dick.
I bet he ordered a filet mignon.
Mark?
Or
No.
just a filet, petite filet.
Here's the good news. No. and so I want to learn more about them. And on the menu, world famous onion rings. And man, they were just massive and tasty as hell.
Ooh.
That's about all I had except a baked potato.
Ooh.
Because, I knew that if I ate a ton of stuff and I got to take a flight, I'm going to feel like crap. So I'm going to eat light, but drink heavily. And because I'm sitting there with my daughter and her new husband.
Your son-in-law.
Wow.
So what kind of steak did Mark get? Because I know he didn't just have onion rings.
What? No,
he got the most expensive thing they
Kansas
had.
City
Oh,
bone-in.
I'll mention how he pissed me off in just a second.
All right.
He got a tomahawk ribeye bone-in.
My daughter
$80.
ordered
$2.59.
What did she order? It's, surf and turf, and the lobster looked terrific.
Yeah.
Although she didn't offer me any because, well, now she's married, and so she
has to give it to your son-in-law.
Yeah, she has to give it. What? Who? And so
Was she feeding him off her fork?
She did.
Oh no.
No, did that happen? Did that happen, Mark? Do you
They were
recall?
just swapping food back and
They were
forth.
swapping spit.
No.
Oh God.
Okay.
man.
So all of that
for the
looked good.
easy.
Oh, but she did give me some of her steak, and it was awesome. What did she have? Did she have a ribeye or no?
Oh, he got the porterhouse, didn't he?
Yeah, he had the porterhouse, and he gave me some slices. He was very affable, and so I had some slices of the porterhouse, and it was really good. I tasted some of my daughter's steak. That was really good, and the onion rings off the hook. And then at the end of the meal, I noticed that Mark left like half a steak, just like a ton of meat there, and I'm thinking, so I'm which I wouldn't get. No, I would give an F whether I was paying or not, but I'm paying for dinner, and it's like, why do you think that's okay to leave half of?
I'm surprised it wasn't in the Ziploc in his suitcase.
Are you following me on this, Dave?
Yes.
How he just simply leaves half an effing steak there.
I brought up boxing it and taking it with
And he
us.
said he was good, and he said
It was delicious.
Oh, it was delicious.
Ribeye.
It was
All
fabulous.
right. So
like I said, I'm surprised it wasn't in the
Bone-in,
Ziploc.
Kansas City, New York
yeah.
State.
Well, I don't know. He did mention that, and I'm thinking, where are we going to take it? I mean, we got to get on a flight, whatever it was, and I'm still in want of knowing more about him. So I asked him. I said, so what do you do? Just back to square one. I am a college student, and I said, so what is your study? Liberal arts. Liberal arts.
I think you just threw up in your own
I did. I threw up just a little bit. Liberal arts. And I said, all right. And that takes you where? Right? Feasible question?
Yep.
And that takes you where? And he said, I really don't know. Now he's a 28-year-old.
Getting better son-in-law.
He's a 28-year-old guy. I was younger than that doing afternoon drive here.
So how's he providing for your daughter?
Kiss FM here in Los Angeles. What, Ralph?
How's he providing for your daughter?
Great question, Ralph. Great.
Well,
Thank you.
Bop, bop.
Well, being a college student and all, I think the money's going the other way, right? Isn't that the way that works? So, and liberal arts. And it's like, I said, okay, how about this? I'm going to try a question I tried earlier with my lovely daughter's friend there at brunch. What are you passionate about? Now, I brought this up to the great Ted Bear, my buddy from Movie Guide Awards. I brought this up on Thursday night. We had a little cigar get-together. And he because he's so quick and he's so damn smart.
For his age, it's amazing.
No, the guy doesn't forget a damn thing.
It's amazing.
At any age, he's just brilliant. But I said, what is your passion? And he said, well, I really don't have a.
Here we go.
I don't really know. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh God, get
better.
Just get me out of this. I don't know, God, what are you doing to me? Is it you're testing me, right? This is a test.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yes, and I do, and I've always believed that.
Yep.
And I do. But by the way, I do feel stronger because it only took me a day later to have no remorse about me saying the Cadillac P joke. I justified. I am now completely justified. I'm glad I did. I would do it again.
Yes.
Because that wedding party needed a little something, little outsider influence to stir the pot. I like pots being stirred. If everything's copacetic, what are the effing stories the next day or throughout your life? Well, tell me about the wedding, because all girlfriends will ask that of the bride. Tell me about. Well, my dad, he told us. And by the way, wouldn't it be great if my daughter would say, well, I'll sum it up in a joke. Wouldn't it be beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
A guy walks into a Cadillac dealer. Yeah, wouldn't that be the best? That would be the best. So I can't get a.
No, it's only getting worse.
And Mark C.G. Boyer was sitting there. I'm not making this up. I could not get a direct answer to any of my questions from him.
Nope.
No passion. And
this is the same as when they were here,
right?
And we went bar hopping.
And
he really had nothing to say.
Absolutely, as Lori Downey Jr. would say, and not in this instance. However, she would if she were around in this the context of this.
Whoa.
No, in the context of this, she would say. Yeah, you wouldn't know the guy was there.
Right.
She said that about certain people.
That is 100% spot on.
You don't know the dude is there. So
which is fine. You can be quiet.
She was with us.
You're right.
But I know, Dave. Just shut the
weren't,
hell up.
You weren't there, Marty. So you shut the hell up.
Okay, but hold on, please.
God,
the bickering. Stop it, you guys.
Idiot.
No, it's just stupid for him to even say that. Lori was with us.
Yes.
When they came.
Right.
To
What
town.
did I say? I said it's okay for someone to be quiet.
Yes, and
That's all I said, asshole.
Okay, stop it.
Now I'm an a-hole. Okay.
Oh, let's not do this again. Oh, even though the audience may enjoy it, I don't. Here's the thing. And at P.S., some things you just do for yourself, like this show, obviously.
So, Matt, anyway, all right, so fast forward. So the kid already is losing you because he just won't. Well, he's losing.
I can't. I don't learn anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find one superlative I can walk away with and say, okay. But I guess the superlative is, I don't dislike him. I don't hate him.
Yeah.
I just don't understand a guy at 28 years old with no motivation, no inspiration. And as Dr. Ted Bear, when I told him this story, he said, Matt, why didn't he say, my passion is your daughter?
Yes.
And I said, whoa.
That would have been a good answer.
Bingo.
And literally 1 second after you told him.
Bingo.
Like,
oh yeah. Ted had it. It's like, yes, that's what you say. And then he would have at least had me a little bit.
Yep.
He would have had me. It's like, boy, do I understand. God bless you.
Boom.
Shake your hand. And
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
You're not thinking that this son-in-law is saying meal ticket.
I don't.
He doesn't want to think that way.
No, I don't think that's okay. Okay, the evil side of me, because this is not me speaking. We're back to Animal House, and this is the devil on my shoulder.
They took the bar.
Can we understand that this is not me saying it? But the devil would probably pop up and say, I don't think he's that smart. All right?
Right.
The devil, not me. I didn't say it, and I wouldn't say it. But I think the devil may, because the devil's an ass, may pop up and say,
You don't think he's smart enough to even be a gold digger, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Now, to put a fine bow on this incredible weekend in the Twilight Zone, aka Columbus, Ohio, for my daughter's wedding, and her new hubby.
Your son-in-law.
Pardon?
As you
while I'm smoking, and the hotel room, great little hotel room.
By the way, your family has grown.
What, have you considered shutting the hell up, Dave? I mean, just at least consider.
Can I say something? If I was a 28-year-old liberal arts major,
yeah,
marrying a successful attorney, and who had a dad who was very robust in his life,
yes,
at the very least,
yeah,
if my future father-in-law was in town, I would say, "Hey, Pops, let me try a cigar."
Pops?
Whoa.
Okay, I had this conversation with
Wouldn't you say step pops?
I had this conversation with my Uncle Dick yesterday, and I said, if I hear Pops or Dad once, there'll be a punch thrown to the neck, and so Dick said I feel the same way about my son. The minute he did that and he called me Pops, he said, this is Uncle Dick's words. He said, "Nope. I'm afraid that's not going to work." There will be no Pops. But we're staying at this hotel where you open up the door and you're outside on the main level, and there's grass and so on, and 2 chairs and a place where I could smoke. So that was a great little sort of cigar bar of my own outside the hotel smoking. And I'm looking, I found on the day of the wedding, no S, a 4-leaf clover. And I'm thinking of my grandmother, my beautiful grandmother Bessie, who would find 4-leaf clovers and give them to us kids. I found a damn 4-leaf clover. I dug it up, I put it in a little cup, and I gave that to Alexandra on the day of the brunch, and I said, "Here." And I got to tell you, you don't find 4-leaf clovers every
No,
day.
they're pretty hard to find.
They're very rare.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a beautiful thing. She, I believe, will keep this unless her new husband ate it. I don't.
I think this thing gets you high, man.
By new husband, you mean your son-in-law?
Okay.
Okay, Dave, that's not old.
Okay, time for you
No,
to
but it's still funny.
Time for you to shut the hell up and go to break. You just, I've had enough of that guy. Is that guy? He's the producer of this show?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I do want to say, as we're going to break, if you are in the Delaware, Ohio region, on the day of the wedding, I tasted the greatest. Oh, what was it? Oh, I'm losing it here. It's barbecue, a brisket. Yeah. I tasted the most melt in your mouth, and I lived in Texas, my friends, the most incredible brisket I've ever tasted from Buckeye Boys Barbecue. His name is Dave Stoller. I went over to him, big Trump aficionado, by the way, at the wedding making barbecue, and he said, "Yeah, we make our money on that stuff."
But the price ain't right. Ain't that gold? Be a downside cheaper. Yes, it would. Start riding a bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. The rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Line. I'll tell you tomorrow. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Good God. Disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music that the DJ plays. Well, all right. And then the lights come on. Yeah. Like you knew they would. That cold. Face the music that don't sound too good. Ain't that cool? Listen, Lord, it's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will.
motherfucker.
Plantains, by any other name, are still bananas. And now there's a new game in town led by an hombre named Matt. A poker-playing, cigar-smoking, barbecue-eating talker. They call him Magic in these parts. And he's made bananas a kind of art form. The kind of talking that makes people sit up and bark at the moon.
Don't live his fate.
Ordinary just got better. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
All right, when we, it's a little loud. When we found ourselves at going to break a second ago, did I mention it was Buckeye Boys Barbecue? I don't think
You did.
Oh, I did? Okay, I just want to make sure because...
What is a Buckeye?
What is a
From
Buckeye?
It's from Ohio.
Well,
I
yeah.
know. What is a Buckeye?
What is a Buckeye?
It's a
The
big-
Buckeye
it's a deer.
State. It's the Buckeye State.
It's
So
a
what
deer.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. It's a beer?
Deer.
Deer?
Oh,
I
nice.
believe
No,
it's a-
deer's a-
I believe it's a deer.
Nice,
No.
Nicely done. I bet he's right. I
No,
bet,
a buck is a male deer.
yeah, but a Buckeye.
A doe is a
The
female
Buckeye
deer.
State.
A doe.
All right,
a
Dave
deer.
Dave Stoller,
I'm
pit
just
boss,
guessing, but-
pit boss at Buckeye Boys Barbecue. Just the greatest barbecue I've ever tasted in my life. It was so damn good.
Did you give him?
It's
Is he going
not a
to
deer.
listen? Is he going to listen?
By the way, it's not a deer.
I knew it wasn't a deer.
Oh, so what does Buckeye State mean?
Tell us, Mark. You're the one instead of pointing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's a delicious tree native to North America and Ohio State.
It's a tree.
Tree.
The Ohio
Wait,
State.
hold-
I was
wait,
close.
Wait, a delicious tree?
It says.
Don't you indigenous, right?
It just says
Okay,
a delicious
okay.
tree
No,
native to North-
Deciduous.
I knew he read it wrong. It's not delicious. Because how many trees
Are delicious.
How many trees are delicious?
Deciduous.
Okay. Once again, the most annoying man on the planet, Mark C.G. Boyer, continues to get more annoying. Right when you thought he was at the level best of annoying, no, he will always exceed your expectations.
I'm still going with deer.
And before I wrap this up completely about the wedding, I will tell you that at that brunch, even the gal who was supposedly Courtney, my ex-wife's best friend, who was fetching me drinks the night before, all night. I mean, really nice gal. Grabbing me drinks. I really
But
appreciated that.
Matt, interrupt you 1 second. Didn't you say considerably older than Courtney? Or older than, Courtney's best friend, sorry.
Yeah.
Way to go,
Dave.
No, because you mentioned
I
Dave
actually have
Gabriel's
a, I
best
actually have
friend.
a very pertinent question.
Well, before you get to that, let me just say that on this day of the brunch, not a word from her. She shunned me like there was no tomorrow. So go ahead, Ralph.
Back to the great steakhouse in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, the top steakhouse.
What does the steak cost there?
By the way, everything was like $50, but it came with a baked potato and another side. I think 2 sides. That's $50-$60, and it was top-notch meat. I mean, it was really, really good.
Here it would have been.
And what do the drinks cost there?
I think that's where they make their effing money because they're a little overpriced. I think that Alexandra's cocktail. What did she order? Some sort of a classic old cocktail.
$12.
No. It must have been. It was probably $18-$20.
What did your son?
Those are LA prices.
What did your son-in-law drink?
Really
What
expensive.
did he order?
He had a couple IPAs.
Well, he had a
Whoa! Stop.
he had a strawberry margarita.
Hold on.
IPAs is
Yes.
possibly the worst.
Well, it's all a matter
Crap
of
on the planet.
taste, but he's an IPA guy.
No,
I've tasted.
that's homo.
By the way,
That's Pacific Northwest homo.
Sure, that's where it started.
That's right.
I'm not saying it didn't.
Seattle
Hell
and
yeah.
Oregon. That started in Seattle and
Ugly.
Oregon.
My dad called me one day, and my dad used to be a beer drinker. He goes, "Mark, do you like those IPAs?" I said, "No." He goes, "God, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I hate those damn things."
It's funny.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Lori and I, a few years ago, found ourselves in Simi Valley because I'm always hunting for cool dive bars.
Simi's great,
and there
too.
is a great little dive bar there. However, it's not great because they don't serve hard booze, so it's only a beer joint. But it was really cool looking. So we sat down, and I told the bartender, I don't drink beer. She gave me this IPA, and oh my God, I had to give it to Lori.
It's gross.
You know, so it really wasn't a matter of getting, you know, buzzed off a book. If I don't like something, I am just simply not going to drink it.
It burns you. It does something weird to you, man.
But but I will tell you,
bitter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
right.
It is bitter. But
word.
but you see, I understand acquired taste. I mean, you know, a lot of people, it's like they can't drink bourbon because it's like, how can you drink that crap?
Well, they're sad people.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Next hour, we're going to stay off the wedding, but I am going to jump into this Cracker Barrel debacle and this stupid effing CEO, man. Have you seen her?
Yes.
Have you seen this broad? All right.
She's a broad?
Yeah, no, she's not a broad. She's a bad person. We'll get into it next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Hit me now.
Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band about that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
What's up, all my peeps in Radio Land? Tattoo Dave here. Hey, man, we just want to say sorry about last week. There was no show and no notice, but we are back, as you can see, and reaching out. Love you guys for listening. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, like, hit the buttons, do what you got to do so we can do what we got to do. And thank you again. We love you.
Uptown funk you up. I said uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band about that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on.
Doohickey, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation. I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin. Tell me what you want.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out. Yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
And the lighten them up loud.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
At the lighten up.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
Yeah.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Outlaw Radio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Have mercy, baby. So a guy walks into a Cadillac dealer. Now, I want you to know, that's a joke I shared and won't share again, but I did that in the first hour. And I do want you to know that you, luscious viewers and listeners, the Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube and the finest radio stations, I know that probably a modicum of you folks who think I was out of line with that joke. I don't hate you for it. We all have our opinion of things. And I appreciate you, whether you think I was a numbskull or not.
I think that's a very mild joke, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but you say the P word
Yeah,
around.
I'm not sure it's appropriate at his daughter's wedding.
You were completely out of line.
Well, you would think so because you're a big pussy.
Wow, now I got it right again.
Yeah,
Thanks,
but
Marty.
I said it in a different
No,
context.
he did. Yeah, he did. No, you don't. You don't have to. He can say it that way.
Yes.
He can call
That's
you
where he
a
doesn't-
pussy,
yeah.
but I can't say it in the context of the joke.
Right.
So I'm glad we cleared that up.
All right.
All right, welcome, my friends, and look at that lovely blonde gal who just
New addition.
I knew she couldn't stay away, especially after my daughter's wedding, because she wants to hear all the dirt. Not that she hadn't been listening to some of this already, even though she'll deny it because that's what females do. You know,
In denial.
no,
all
they-
of us.
Well, and you also, if females are in denial when it comes to things like this, and they also can never apologize. They can never admit when they're wrong.
Oh, they believe in the sisterhood.
Well, her timing was
that's a female thing.
I'm sorry, that's not true.
Oh, see,
See what I did?
Her
See?
timing was perfect
See?
also.
See?
She knew,
Yeah,
it was,
see what she did there?
She knew it was top of the hour. She's probably sitting in her car. Boom. She
Oh
comes
yeah,
in
oh,
right
yeah,
before
yeah,
you come
yeah,
back
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
It's just up this
So
street.
speaking of such, am I the only person? Am I the only person in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar who thinks the term she-devil is redundant? Am I the fiction novel?
It's a little
Anyone?
redundant.
How about an advance warning? And did you hear about this? Venmo and PayPal users can now send money to the U.S. government to help pay down the $36.7 trillion national debt.
Of course they can, but they will be taxed on it.
Venmo and PayPal users can also smash themselves in the head with a hammer, but that doesn't mean anyone will. And as you probably heard, New York City mayoral candidate Zoran Mamdani,
Baghdadi.
Baghdadi, Zoran Baghdadi. He got married. Speaking of marriages, at his compound in Uganda, there wasn't a dry eye in the house when the minister said, "You may now kiss the bride," and Zoran lifted her mustache. I thought it was so sweet that if you were there to witness this, I think you would have found that sweet. And From D.C. crime to the brawl in Cincinnati to that mass shooting in New York City to countless incidents on the Carnival cruises. And we were on the positive tip of this thing 2 weeks ago, man.
And Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, when we broke this down
that's
for
right,
you
yeah.
folks, we were on the positive tip
Yeah,
of
we had
this.
a new one that just broke out.
Carnival cruises. It's been a violent summer here in the United States.
Carmen J.C.
Where's Joe Biden to tell us again how white supremacists are the biggest threat to our country? Right?
He's on the beach.
Yeah.
No, he's not on the beach. He's in a hospital. He's in a stretcher with oxygen.
He can't find his way to a beach.
And I keep getting email messages that say free. And is it Ghislaine? Is it Ghislaine? Is it
Ghislaine?
Is it Ghislaine? I mean, is it? Are you
That's Ghislaine.
Ghislaine Maxwell?
If you speak French, it's Ghislaine.
Yeah, tons of email messages that say free Ghislaine Maxwell. For the record, I did free Ghislaine Maxwell this morning. Stay in the pillowcase. So you see what you see. Hello.
Check 1 2.
That's a sympathy. Lori just went, ooh.
Hello.
She felt bad.
And Kamala Toe Harris has released a memoir about her political life. The publisher says it's the first ever pop-up book that you deep throat.
Uh-oh.
See,
No.
it's
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh
I gotta
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
I gotta do it.
I guess a lot of things you do for
Well,
yourself
of course.
on this
Yeah,
specific
whatever.
show. And finally, personal message to all those ICE protesters carrying Mexico flags. If you actually had any Mexican pride, you would return to your country and take it back from the cartels. Just saying. Right?
That actually,
Right?
Yeah.
Right? If you really had pride,
That is,
you'd take it back from the stinking
that's
cartels.
sensible. That's not even a joke.
Yeah, why do you want to be here?
And Cracker Barrel's rebrand going viral. Let's take a moment to appreciate a couple of the memes. They've decided to put the old man out to pasture this week with a rebrand of its logo that almost everyone in the universe seems to hate. The redesign, overseen by the company's white liberal female CEO with glasses, of course,
And a tie.
and a tie. Yeah, you want to f up your company? Hire a female as a CEO.
Wow.
And
Except for In and Out.
and P.S. Except In and Out, yes. And the smart gals who are on the right, they mostly agree with me because females are too emotional. We never want a female president, right, Lori? You agree with
True.
me?
I've said that.
100%.
Our niece last night on the phone with us said absolutely not.
Yeah, never a female for
Never.
president. The redesign overseen by the companies, and this gal is so full of crap. I watched the interview on GMA. For some, that's Good Morning America. And the dude is doing his damnedest to really get to the point, knowing that this redesign was a very nasty thing to most consumers, and she doubles down on this crap. We did it for our customers who said they like. How many customers really give you input? I mean, really, at a restaurant like a Cracker Barrel, how many of those customers give you input? But because it's a turnoff to most customers, this gal, Julie Fels Massino, she's right. I know. Ralph, I'm sorry, man. But one of your brethren, this sounds like an Italian. Right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah. You're ashamed, aren't you?
Very much so.
The now good and dead former marketing idiot Dip S for Bud Light is just dancing around thinking, well, I'm not the only big stupid dummy. Because how did that go? Bud Light? But these large corporations, they didn't learn their lesson.
And Cracker Barrel, they always have good food. I like their
they do.
chicken
Are they
fried
still in
steak.
business?
Yeah.
They are.
Lori, yeah.
Well, even though their stock has plummeted because of this idiot stick CEO who rebranded.
Is there a Cracker Barrel in L.A.?
No,
Victorville.
There's one closer than Victorville, and it's in not Calabasas, Camarillo.
Oh,
yeah, in Camarillo, and I tell you, if you're looking for, relatively these days, because everything's freaking expensive in a restaurant, relatively inexpensive, but really good food if you like gravy, and I love gravy on everything. That's a side dish for me. I love gravy. It's a good joint. This story went so viral, even Denny's and Steak and Shake took the opportunity to lash out. Steak and Shake CEO, I wasn't aware of this, has tried at least 7 times to gain control of Cracker Barrel. Did you know this, Ralph?
No.
Steak and Shake skewers woke Cracker Barrel rebrand. They want to delete the personality altogether. See, whoever the CEO is over at Steak and Shake has got their act together, man. They're calling out woke Cracker Barrel after this, and it really is comfort food. And I love comfort food: gravy, mashed potatoes, chicken fried steak, fried chicken. But this new moniker is bland, generic. No more old dude in the rocking chair.
So they're saying there was a lot of complaints about the moniker before, the original? How can that be?
No one's going to complain.
No, you're
She's
gonna
a
eat.
liar.
You're not going to say, I don't like your logo.
Cracker Barrel has come under fire for its soulless rebrand, with many across social media posting pictures of locations around the country showing restaurant interiors with plain, boring white walls, absent of the signature doodads, trinkets, and Americana that we're all used to seeing from years past. The company has taken it a step further, unveiling a new logo, ditching the friendly elderly man leaning on that barrel with the words "Old Country Store." Gone.
Gone.
Wow.
I don't think gone forever, though.
No,
right? If you're a betting man, what do you say?
Gone forever.
Yeah.
You do? I think
they can never go back.
Oh, I think they can. I think they have to admit their mistake.
I just don't find the reason
Bud
for
Light.
it.
It's a woman CEO.
Yeah,
Was
but
that
Bud Light
offensive?
didn't change
Not-
their
not-
logo.
Not for long, man.
Was it offensive to her?
Down 20 points.
Yeah.
They're stuck. Down 20 points.
This is all her.
No,
It's
Lori
no-
had
it's
a good-
really nobody else. It's
Lori
her.
had a good question.
What's your question?
Was it offensive to her?
To her.
What?
The CEO.
Because she's a big lefty broad. And by the way, just the fact that Cracker is in their moniker, wouldn't that be enough? For her? I mean, wouldn't that be okay? That you're
Well, here's the other
you're
thing.
throwing us white guys under the bus, but we don't care.
Here's the other
as
thing
long
she
as
said.
there's a lot of gravy. Yeah.
If you look at in the
Well, it has to
cracker,
have bacon in
the
it.
K swoops over to
Uh-huh.
the L in barrel, and she said that reminds her of a whip.
Oh, my God.
She had a bad life, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course you did, Lori. Of course you did. Anchored in Cracker Barrel's signature golden brown tones, the updated visuals will appear across menus and marketing collateral. Cracker Barrel announced, claiming the new logo is now rooted even more closely to the iconic barrel shape and word mark that started it all. Backlash has been swift. Even Steak and Shake received quite a bit of attention for this. And they use tallow in their fries, which makes their fries taste delicious, by the way. I got to tell you, it's a no-brainer that in the way things are going today, why wouldn't you follow the friggin' bouncing ball? Why would you want to change things now at this iconic restaurant? So the elimination of the old-timer from the signage because people like change. No, you stupid idiot stick, dumbass, friggin' female CEO. I say female because it's been the females as of late who have come up with these changes.
I can say this because I'm Italian. This stupid lesbian female wop felt she needed to do something to justify her job.
Yeah.
And that's what she came up
You
with.
know, Ralph, that
It's
makes a
all
lot of
about
sense.
publicity. It's
It
all
does.
about any.
No. She didn't want this publicity. No. She really
No,
did
she
not.
felt she
Well,
had
Matt-
to do something
Matt,
to
it's one-
justify her job.
Matt,
Yes.
it's one thing that our
to put
friend,
her signature on the company.
our friend Howard Lapidus used to say,
Yeah.
that used to do this show all the time.
Yeah.
He would say a place like In-N-Out. Let's just take that for example. In-N-Out, they do hamburgers and fries.
Yes.
They do shakes.
And they're great.
Don't change that.
And
They
they're
want
great.
to go chicken sandwiches, blah. He goes, no, you don't.
If it
it's
ain't
not
broke.
don't fix
If
it.
it ain't
and,
broke.
and that's the damn problem.
Yeah.
Why?
So the
I'm
old
just curious
Actually,
as
it wasn't Howard that said
The
if
old-
it's not broke, don't fix it. by
Yeah,
the way.
that
I'm just curious as to what she was going after, what market, what demographic, what was she looking
Woke
to?
people?
trying to lighten up the place. Lori,
I'm telling you, she was just attracting attention. This
Lori-
is all about attention.
Wrong. Lori, much like that time I took you to
Not wrong.
this great Italian restaurant in, it was the west side of L.A., an old classic joint that Al Goldstein would take us, with his large tables of
Porn
folks.
stars and
Whomever. It doesn't really fit into the context of the story. But it was, and we went there one day for happy hour. Oh, it's called Mateo's.
Oh,
Mateo's.
On Westwood Boulevard.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the joint.
Very well.
Used to be a great Italian joint. I mean, classic old big ass meatballs I would rather have those meatballs than a lobster tail. They were that good. And so we went in And for happy hour, do you even recall this?
I do.
We sat there at the bar, and the manager comes out. And I said, I noticed the menu has changed. He says, yes, we're making the menu more light and lively. So you're not doing the really good Italian food that you're known for. It's light and lively. And I said, well, Lori, this will be the last time we're here, and it's a dirty, rotten shame that these classic old joints are taken over by idiot sticks.
By the way, Mateo's no longer there.
See, Ralph?
You know why they made it light and lively?
This is what happens because their customers come there for a reason. Now, if you want to tweak things just a little, I get that. I got no problem with that. But you don't change the entire menu and make it light and lively.
Oh, God.
Well, it's just light and lively. In fact, I'm doing a pretty good impression of him, if you recall back that far, Lori.
I recall back that far. No.
And now it's good and gone.
We didn't go back there since then.
No,
that was the last time
because I told you that was it. But yeah, and now it's good and gone.
Good and gone.
Yeah.
No light and lively.
Yeah, the dude at Steak and Shake, he says, we take pride in our history, our families, American values. All are welcome. We never market ourselves away from our past in a cheap effort to gain the approval of trend seekers. Love this guy. Steak and Shake called on the company to fire Cracker Barrel's CEO, ending the post with President Donald Trump's iconic tagline, "Thank you for your attention." Others across social media have spoken out against this lifeless woke rebrand. In college, I worked at Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee. I even gave my life to Christ in their parking lot. Their logo was iconic, and the unique restaurants were a fixture of American culture. And that came from Rep Byron Donalds, who, by the way, one of the smartest dudes on the planet. You agree?
Yeah, he's from Tampa. Great guy.
Oh, God, he's a great guy. He could be president. He could be president one day. No one asked for this woke rebrand. It's time to make Cracker Barrel great again, he added. Cracker Barrel's stock price fell by double digits after the company unveiled the new logo. The displeasure with the rebrand is so great that it seems to be uniting America again.
Wow.
The official Democratic Party account posted this, and I quote, "We think the Cracker Barrel rebranding sucks too. Probably, it's got to be some, I'm not going to say the word, but it's these CEOs come in, they try to homogenize everything, and as I mentioned, wouldn't she just be happy with the word cracker? I mean, you're throwing us white guys under the bus, and we don't care. See, we're not hurt by this. We don't have those over emotional feelings and so on. But even the left says it's wrong. But they're trying to curry favor now because they're trying to be the badass. You know, this idiot stick governor of ours here in California. He's trying to out Trump. Well, it's not authentic.
Good luck, brother.
It's not authentic.
And he's not writing it. He's got a team that's writing it.
Well, and it's also AI stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
that's the point.
Yeah, it's AI stuff. This guy is the worst. This man, I've said it before, but this man is absolute and pure effing evil.
Evil. He's the devil.
This Newsom is a piece of crap, and he's 100% evil. I can't stand our mayor, Karen Bass. I think she's a really nasty piece of crap.
She's just dumb.
Dumb as hell.
Dumb.
But I don't know if she's evil. Gavin effing Newsom is an evil piece of crap.
Yes.
And he's out there not caring about California. His little cavalcade across the country, this is all about currying favor and testing the waters for a presidential run.
Oh, he's definitely running.
Oh, no. Well, obviously, but he's going to get crushed.
I was going to say, Ralph, does he have a chance?
No.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
No, only because we get biased because we live in California and we think he's a great politician. Blah, blah, blah.
Wait, what's this we? What's this?
Yeah, we don't.
No.
What's this we?
Because you're on the other side of the aisle. But on the Democratic side of the aisle, which rules California, they think he's this amazing politician.
Yes.
He cannot win the Midwest or the South.
No, I agree with you.
Even people in New York have heard about him,
Yeah,
and
not a chance.
they don't like him just based on what they've heard. I mean, the fires. Look
He's
what happened.
ruined California.
He doesn't have a good reputation.
Ruined.
Well, because he's an ass bite.
And Trump's going to put the final nail. I mean, the fires, everything else that's gone on around here.
Once again, what did I say 2 years ago? I said when Trump is reelected, or a year and a half ago,
Hell to pay.
I said when Trump is reelected, there will be hell to pay.
Yep.
And I think this is the tip of the iceberg. I think that we are he's just getting started.
Yep.
I really do, because this enough is enough, and Another Carnival Cruise brawl. This time,
No.
Chicken McNuggets.
chicken
Oh, really?
tenders over chicken tenders.
Bunch of drunk people over chicken tenders.
Yes, a Carnival
What do you mean by
Cruise.
people?
Yes, Carnival Cruise ships after midnight buffet erupted into a wild brawl that sent passengers and security officials scrambling as the vessel made its way home on the last day of its voyage. Bronx content creator Mike Terra captured the melee, over chicken tenders.
The melee.
Turning the camera around and commenting over chicken tenders. That's crazy. With yet another cruise fisticuffs captured and distributed on social media, Carnival, whose motto is "Fun for all for fun," is at risk of developing the reputation as a floating night fight club. Risk? Yeah, well, it's done, my friends. Yeah, 24 people were banned from cruising in April this year after a massive melee broke out during passenger departure in Galveston. We played a little piece of that a couple weeks ago. In June, a fight broke out at a Carnival cruise to Mexico, including a half dozen women pounding each
By the way, the majority of these fights start with women.
Always women.
They create it.
They do.
of
Lori
course.
knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Women create fights.
Push buttons.
Oh yeah, big. Oh, by the way, why does Lori Downey Jr. know this?
Wow.
Because she is the queen button
Fire starter.
pusher.
I'm not a button pusher.
No, but she hung out at a place which had a very happy moniker in Long Island called Friendlies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Friendlies.
That was not a friendly place
You
in
get
the
your ass
parking
whooped
lot.
there.
No.
You get your ass whooped.
Oh yeah, not
Friendlies.
in the parking lot. So many
yeah.
fights. So much blood. Oh yeah, a little blood on your ice cream cone. Okay. Yeah. The violence captured erupted aboard the Sunshine 2 a.m. on the last day of its voyage as the ship was heading back to Miami, and the question was, where the F is security? One bystander could be heard on Terra's video. Security guards could be seen trying to stop the Donnybrook, which is a fight. It's old-fashioned for
Irish.
fight. We weren't close enough to know why the fight really started, but we know it was about chicken.
Fried chicken.
And I'm glad. I'm always glad when Lori's here. Yeah, you had something you wanted to add?
I have a question off topic.
That folks can't behave on cruise ships? Okay.
Beyond that.
Yeah.
Do you know what a plainclothesman is, right?
Yes.
Do you know that people out here do not know what a plainclothesman is? They repeat it. Plainclothesman.
Plainclothesman.
They don't understand.
All right. That is a non sequitur.
Yeah, it was.
And very, very uninteresting.
So security.
where I was going and what did I mention is has anyone watched these sorority dancers, for Rush trying to get new folks into their sorority all across the country? Have you watched any of these videos? Holy ass, man. See, lefties hate this because the chicks are hot and really great dancing. So you got at least 100 gals. You've got 10, 12 doing the dancing in front because they're, out of all those gals, you got some real dancers there, and it's just the sexiest, most awesome friggin' dancing by these sorority girls, because the chicks are doing what girls do best. What is the one thing, the most important thing for a female to be? Anyone?
To be hot. They attract men.
To be hot. To be hot. and they're feminine, and the femininity just exudes from every boy. Woke is dead because these gals are now doing these videos and being girls. They're being girls. It's awesomeness.
By the way, the youngest generation, what is it, the Z generation, whatever it is?
Yeah.
There's a new thing. They want to be housewives without being married to their alpha males.
There you
and
go.
they just want to stay home and influence and do all this stuff and have a guy take care of them.
So really not work and not put any effort
Right.
into
OnlyFans.
maintaining a household.
That's correct.
What do you think of that, Lori? Is that
Well, they're getting shot left and right.
what, in their
The
houses?
influencers, these women.
No, you're talking about outside of that. I'm talking about the general.
She's always, Lori's always got a security in her mind.
No. There's this
They're getting
new-
shot.
This
There's
new
a break-in.
trend that these young women want to be taken care of by men.
Women have always wanted to be taken care of by
Yes,
men.
yes, yes.
But,
That
a
has
lot
never
of these men,
changed.
Yes, but
a lot of men can't take care of women today.
Right, right.
Oh, true.
But
It
We
takes
just found
two.
out about it in the last 2 hours.
oh, you son of a bitch! Oh, you son of a bitch! I'm already in hot water. I know, and I.
By the way, Lori, we're talking about Matt's son-in-law.
You're not supposed to say that word.
I am saying that word.
The son-in-law.
You're
has-
obnoxious.
The son-in-law has no passion in his life.
There's no
Lori
passion.
just called Dave obnoxious. That's new.
Doesn't seem. I'd like to find it. I searched dinner Sunday night. I did everything in my power, and I'm pretty good at. I'm not a bad interviewer.
Is your daughter happy?
What?
Does she appear very happy?
Who?
Your daughter.
Who? Oh, my.
Anyway, they changed the emblem on Crackle Barrel.
You're
Listen,
gonna be in so much trouble.
Here's the bottom line. Right before we go to break, and I mean this from my heart. And I mentioned this to Ralph during break. I wasn't going to mention this on the show, but I'm going to. If after what was said, the 2 hours, first 2 hours of this show regarding the wedding and so on, and the fact that I know that John DeSando, my ex-wife's father, what was scheduled to be on the show, he didn't return a call. I know he was listening.
He's 85.
So,
He's probably taking a nap.
No,
like
no,
I said.
he's not an old guy at 85. He's not one of those old guys. If my daughter, and I mean this from my heart, disowns me, and it could happen, I will. It won't kill my life because I will love her forever. There's nothing that can change any of that.
I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in a lonely hotel suite. The journey's long, and I feel so bad. I'm thinking back to the last day we had. Old moon fades into the new. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's I'll fly home to you. I'm bending time, I'm getting back to you. Open fades into the new. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's
Why would you do that?
when you're lost, I know how to change your mood.
Okay, if the mic is on, I held up, but I'm not going to go into what these three fingers mean, but I will, in the next couple years, stay with Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. It'll all be, the disguise will, the mask will come off. I'll explain everything.
That's right.
Arbitron and search rated #1.
This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, the man who is always right. I bet those sorority girls could dance to this song. In fact, on one of the videos, they probably are dancing to this little ditty. Oh, I love those. If you haven't seen those sorority dancers, hot.
Well, you've always been you've always been a sucker for that kind of
I love that
group chick dance, like Spice Girls and blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely
Me
love
too.
it.
I love the movie Step Up and the cowboy, the line dancing with the
I don't know
girls
why
do it,
we
right?
sound so damn hot right
And
now.
the line dancing with
meaning
the cowboy
too
hats,
loud.
where they do that. I love that.
No, I love line dance. I love watching gals line dance. What, Laura?
I love all dance.
Oh, I guarantee you, Lori was at the old club in Santa Monica, Denim and Diamond.
Oh, I was there.
I was
I did
there.
that.
I was there for.
I've been to every club.
Dave's,
dance.
he's a gay guy.
He's a line dancer.
No. I was playing pool. There's nothing like playing pool and country music and all.
There was
those
no pool table at Denim and Diamond.
Right. You're a liar. It was in Marina Del Rey, and there was two.
There was just
No, it was on Ocean Avenue.
There was just pool
in Marina
sticks.
Del Rey.
No
Ocean
table.
Park.
Ocean Avenue is in Santa Monica.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I was there.
Okay.
many times.
So Tattoo Dave was at a joint playing with his balls while he's watching line dancing.
Right.
But he thought it was pool.
No. There's no tables. There's
I love
just
that.
sticks and balls.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoa, what?
No, it's fine. That's fine.
I want to play in a away game.
And I guaranteed you I wasn't going to talk about it. I got one little snippet because Lori Downey Jr. is here regarding the wedding. I end up in a hotel room, and this
With the swingers.
they weren't swingers.
Swingers?
Yes. They invited him back
Matt
to his
went-
room for a party.
In
Matt
Ohio?
went to a swinger party.
Okay, I was back in the room, but it wasn't a swinger party.
Ralph Instigator
And-
Osierna.
So you went to a room with some random person?
Yes.
No,
People he doesn't know.
People. No, there were 8 of them.
8 of them. He didn't know any of them.
Wow.
Eight of them.
Party.
No, but it started.
However, one couple was from Long Island.
Okay, it started with the
They
Long.
said they had booze in the
The
room. and he
Long
said, "Man."
Island girl spotting me in the hotel
This is not
in the,
making it any
in
better.
the hotel bar, and she says, and I quote, "Are you a movie star?"
You have your sunglasses on?
And
Of course he did. He never does it.
And the hair was just perfect.
You
it
were
was.
coiffed.
Oh, I was. Yeah.
I
And
know the
hair
look.
was
and wearing a suit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I went over and I said, well, I was in a movie, but my thing is mostly
You
radio. Is mostly radio. And she said, you look like a movie star.
Wow.
And I said, that's very sweet of
Very
you.
nice.
And then it turns out that she's from Long Island. And I said, but you don't have the accent. And then she says, oh, so you want me to talk like this? Dogs, coffee. I said,
Oh,
that's
yeah, dogs and
that's
coffee."
Lori Downey Jr. I said, do they teach you this on Long Island
No.
to say dogs and coffee? Because that's exactly what Lori says.
It's because it's what people see us as.
Yes,
A dog, coffee, yeah.
My buddy Rick
You know.
does the same.
Yeah is the best part.
3 years and you're from New York.
Yeah, it's
3 years.
Or you spend a lot of time there.
It's
you say
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. My
Anyway,
ears are
I
Not two.
only
What are
spent
you
I only spent an hour in the room, and it was fun, and you know, and
It
then
was fun?
then it,
Wait a minute.
Why would it be
the
fun?
Long Island girl and 7 others?
there were guys. She was married. There was no hanky
Oh,
panky.
he was there also?
I would love to tell you there was hanky
Wait a minute,
panky.
hang on. Was he there
No,
also?
good dude. Yeah,
Man, I
her
really wanna-
husband,
I
really good guy.
So you were like, they were all couples, and then there was
all,
you.
They were celebrating. What were they celebrating? They were celebrating a
The Juggalos.
the Juggalos. No.
Insane clown posse.
No,
What's
that's
a
not
juggalo?
what.
I
That's
have
not
no
what,
idea.
Forget it.
Insane
That's not
clown
what they were
posse.
celebrating.
Anyway, Matt, I was expecting.
Clowns?
Anyway,
Oh my God.
what they were celebrating
Sounds
was a
weird.
class reunion,
Oh.
and
Of
nice
clowns?
nice people, and every one of them conservative except one guy, and I even got along with that dude. But mostly, I get along with the good old boys. That's what I discovered here. that I get
There's
along.
some good old boys on Long Island.
No. I'm talking Ohio.
Okay.
This is where this took place, and the
We
majority.
were still at the party.
And by the way, even the gal from Long Island, she lives in Ohio now.
Oh.
And which I don't know how you do that, but
I don't
you know,
know.
I don't. I mean, I get the move to L.A. I get that.
Yeah.
I get the move
Coast
to
to coast.
I get the move to New York City
Or Miami.
Miami. I get that. Yeah, I don't get.
Who goes to Ohio?
Well,
Nobody.
my daughter. That's not
People
true.
are from Ohio.
That's my daughter. My daughter is not a nobody, and she made the move.
By the way, is the son-in-law from Ohio?
Pardon me.
The son-in-law from
I
Ohio.
don't know what you're saying.
This is your
Well,
new
she
guy.
has
This
family
is Matt.
there.
This
That's
is your new
different.
guy.
Son-in-law.
I don't hear you.
Whatever.
I don't hear you.
I met him once.
I don't hear you.
It's like he wasn't even there.
But I will tell you that John DeSanto will
notice
never speak to me again. But how many years does he have left? He's 85 years old. Here's the thing.
no.
No, I don't want to.
You're not even married to his daughter anymore.
By the way,
You've always loved him.
by the way, right?
Yes.
And I made that clear the first hour of the show how much I loved and adored the guy.
Yeah.
But as
By the way, can I?
as John Albee says, there's still one of them.
Can I point out-
meaning they're lefties and this they can't get away from it. Ralph?
Can I point out an arc?
Yeah.
So your father-in-law said something to you, and your son-in-law's father said something to you,
Right.
Which is very similar.
Right.
What did your son-in-law's father say to you?
I don't have.
What do you
Your
see
Honor?
in
What
my
did, what
daughter?
did your daughter's husband's father say to you?
You mean because you want Lori to hear this?
Yes.
What happened?
Yes. It was this dude who's about got to be in his mid 80s.
The kid's dad.
Yes.
Wow, he's old.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's an old guy.
Holy moly.
Okay, but a sweet guy, and I like him a lot. I especially appreciate him because of his candor. I believe he was being completely honest when he asked me the first question out of his mouth. Please, Matt, could you help me? Tell me what your daughter sees in my son.
Can you imagine that, Lori?
Well, you
No.
don't have to imagine it.
Not that dissimilar to
no.
what your father-in-law said to you.
Yeah, it's like Matt. Yeah, at the little mercantile above the main street there in Virginia City after the marriage,
Yep.
and he said, "This isn't going to last." And it's like, I said, "Why do you say this?" I married her mother.
Oh no.
So you know
There's
that's
an arc there.
There is an arc, and what are the many reasons why I like John DeSanto? Whether he likes me after this or not, you know me. I don't give an ass.
He always loves you. No matter what.
I don't. I'm
he-
telling you, there's a reason why he didn't return the call, and we planned this. I wanted to have a discussion with him. By the way, I'm not going to lose sleep over this. Tomorrow, I will forget it ever happened. I wish John a happy life.
I think you're jumping ship.
No, God rest
I
his
think
soul.
you're ahead of something that you don't even know.
James
Don't do
Comey declares himself a Swiftie.
Right.
Yep,
Yeah. Did anyone see this guy in this little vid?
I did.
It was gut wrenching.
Horrible.
Throw up in your effing mouth.
Horrible.
This is James Comey. I'm in a family's Swiftie group chat. I know all her music, and I listen to it in my headphones when I cut the grass. He said this in a video, adding that his favorite songs are All Too Well and Exile. This is the former FBI effing director. He said that Swift's music has been a major part of his family for several years, and they have dealt with adversity and celebration, saying that the pop star's example has helped him to resist bullies. But I gotta be honest, this is this piece of crap, James Comey talking. I gotta be honest. It also leaves me with a strange feeling at times because I don't want us to become like Trump and his followers, he said. There are far more decent, honest, kind people in America than there are mean jerks. And don't get me wrong, we have jerks. We have our jerks, millions of them. I'm not an advocate for weakness. Of course, we need to stand up to jerks and defend what matters, but I think we have to try to do that without becoming like them, which is what makes me think about Taylor Swift, he continued. She's made clear that she sees Donald Trump for what he is. Last year, she urged Americans not to make the serious mistake of electing him. This is a grown man. I understand your daughters like Taylor Swift. I get it.
Yeah.
You, a grown former FBI dude, what a pussy.
I can't believe you just said his daughter likes Taylor Swift. His daughter represented I'm sorry, prosecuted P. Diddy. Mm-hmm. She's not a 12-year-old.
That's right. Yeah, but I think he has. I think he also has younger kids.
No,
that's it.
That's it.
And she's a Swiftie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Matt, can you imagine?
Maybe that's why he.
And that's why she got fired.
Is Swiftie another term for lefty?
Do you want that guy running the FBI? You want a guy like that?
Well, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, what I'm saying is the FBI. What's happening over there in the booth?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
Drunk
it out.
and
What's
drunk.
By the way,
I mean, I'm just
what
saying.
do you think? What do you think the odds are this guy will eventually go down? Do you think?
Well, that sounded like what he would say to the parole board.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think Comey,
like
right?
Menendez
I think
brothers.
Comey's going to go down.
I have to
before
say this
any of them.
before we leave. Gutfeld once in a while comes across gold.
Yes, he does.
He said he was walking into the studios and there was all these protesters out there, and there was this one blue-haired woman screaming at him that he wanted to see, the genocide in Israel. He said to the woman, "Does your husband know you're out here?"
Oh, that's great. That's great. Good for him, man. Yeah, I like the guy a lot. I like old Gutfeld. Yeah, it's taken a while for me to warm up.
Well,
to
he's
the
an
dude,
odd duck, man. But I like him too.
But that's funny. Does your
Yeah,
husband know you're out here?
Yeah, that's very funny. Have you heard of this pop star Jade? Have you heard of Jade?
No.
Yes.
Well, she's shaming white, straight, privileged singers who don't push politics. She's an English pop star whose real name is Jade Thirlwall. She shamed white, straight, and privileged musicians who don't push politics onto their fans. It's very easy for someone who's white and straight and very privileged to say that, the Oops singer said. Anybody know that song?
Oops, there it
Hey,
is.
sounds like she's taking over stage 3.
Right.
Yeah. And Neil Young leaves Facebook after his AI chat bot reportedly had romantic or sensual conversations with children.
Ew.
Neil Young?
Yes, but did you hear what I said? Neil Young left the Facebook after its AI chatbot reportedly had romantic or sensual conversations with children. What was it? The chatbot?
Well,
Is someone getting the blame here, Neil? That probably shouldn't be, like an inanimate object. Yeah, he's parting ways with Facebook. Right? Are you following me on this?
Old man, take a look up her skirt. It's a lot like I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Does Marty have to sing on every show?
Yeah, I think
What
so.
do you have to do? Because
That's what Mary-
I would say something, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Marty's, but that was spot on.
That was good. And KISS members feel so blessed by
That's right, Matt. Yes, we do.
by Kennedy Center honor after attacking Trump as abhorrent KISS members. So supposedly, someone in the band, because I know it wasn't Gene Simmons, called Trump abhorrent.
Ace really.
It was. So
I wouldn't say Ace.
He's from the Bronx. I'm going to say he's from
maybe.
I'll tell you. Deeply honored to be recognized as 2025's Kennedy Center honorees, despite previously attacking President Donald Trump. Okay, it wasn't all of them. KISS members Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Peter Criss, and Ace Frehley all expressed gratitude after being bestowed with the institution's highest honor by President Trump. Simmons told the outlet, what is it? KISS? It's a KISS.
Kiss. By the way, Trump, I've got Trump KISS hats for you, and it's both our logos on the hat.
How much are they?
They're like $25. They're pretty reasonable.
All right.
$499.
Yeah, KISS is the this is Gene Simmons. KISS is the embodiment of the American dream. We're deeply honored to receive Kennedy Center honor. Yeah, I think he's being
Matt,
absolutely
I did it
sincere.
right. You know, I came back, became legal. Learn to speak English.
From our
Go
earliest
back.
days, KISS has embodied the American ideal that all things are possible. Stanley told TMZ, the prestige of the Kennedy Center honors cannot be overstated. I accept this on behalf of the long legacy of KISS and all the band members who helped create our iconic band. Frehley, meanwhile, called the honor a dream come true that I never thought would materialize, while Chris said, I feel so blessed. This is the greatest honor of our career. I guess Frehley has referred to himself as a Trump supporter in 2020. Simmons has praised President Trump in the past, as we all know. Stanley, however, Paul Stanley, he's the one that talks with a
Paul
lisp.
Stanley.
Yeah,
He's still got the accent, but it's like his Paul Stanley. All right, I played KISS for a long time.
Paul Stanley, however, appears to have changed his tune from previous years. In 2020, KISS frontman attacked President Trump ahead of the 2020 election, declaring it's incendiary and abhorrent for any candidate to say, if I lose the election, it's rigged.
You
That's
have
all?
an inferred fiduciary duty to learn how to speak English.
That's my
Get
buddy.
rid of your accent.
That's
I
Gene
did.
Simmons.
Be a legal immigrant.
Yes.
I'm a legal immigrant.
Love him.
Come to the country.
Yes.
Just buckle your knees a little bit.
Yes.
Make the effort to learn the culture. Assimilate
Yep.
to the point that you can. You're all proud of who you are, where you come from. I'm Boricua.
Yeah.
I'm Albanian. I'm a Jew. I'm a Catholic. Great. Whatever you're proud of.
Yes.
Just tip your hat to America, which is the melting pot and makes it all possible. Agree to one culture that we can all communicate with,
Nice.
and then go off and speak Swahili and
Right.
Farsi and whatever you want to
Swahili.
talk. I'm actually
Why,
saying
it's a
the
real
thing that
language.
needs to
I
be
know.
said because the
It's not a
politically
laughing
correct climate.
matter.
I know that.
So why do
You
you
don't
laugh?
want to
Swahili's
upset
always been
anybody
funny to
by
me. It's like a
saying,
Bugs Bunny
learn to
cartoon.
speak
That's why I
goddamn
laugh.
English. So as
Rancho
an immigrant,
Cucamonga.
I'm telling you, learn to speak
why would you laugh
goddamn
at
English.
Rancho
It
Cucamonga?
is the
It's
key
just
that
funny.
will unlock
Bugs
the
Bunny
keys
used
to
to
the
use it.
kingdom.
Rancho Cucamonga.
He's never liked Rancho Cucamonga
No, that's
people.
sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
I had to rehearse out there for a long
Yeah.
time.
But so it's only Stanley, I guess, that Paul Stanley, that sort
The
of
Brooklyn guy.
Yeah, the Brooklyn guy. See,
He lives right
That
freaking
makes
here,
sense,
too,
right,
yeah.
to you because you're from the Bronx, so you
Yeah,
know.
he's one of those hipster dudes.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. All right, when we return, Helen Mirren, a quickie from her, and
Oh, I would love to do a quickie with her.
Democrats. Isn't she a little young for you? Democrat strategists have blacklisted a bunch of their own woke terms in an effort to sound normal again. It's like, but that's who you are. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to lie to the public, trying as you do every day you open your mouth, you idiot sticks on the left. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Now we return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you, my friends, my friendlies. Thank you for checking us out. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. On YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the finest stations in the nation. Helen Mirren says, I'm a feminist, but you can't have a woman playing James Bond. It just doesn't work. Oh, I love these pragmatic folks who are just really smart about things. Even, you don't want a female CEO of brick and mortar joints for the most part. It's terrible that we gave the females the vote. You know that, right, Lori?
Wow.
Okay.
What the hell's the matter with you?
James.
I like your happy haircut.
But,
You look
but,
like you had a
by
haircut.
the way, do you hear the accent when she's pissed at me? The accent comes out.
Oh, it came out.
Oh,
it
it did?
definitely came out.
Wow.
That was the matter with you.
James Bond is a man, and that's that. So says English actor Dame Helen Mirren, who Ralph at Break said has huge, lovely breasts.
Lovely Maloney.
Never even noticed them, man.
How old is she?
She's old as hell. Self-described feminist made her assertion as controversy continues. I think she's about your age, Laura.
My age?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
DeSantis
What's the matter with you?
By the way, DeSantis doing the right thing again. Oh, God, why aren't we in Florida? Well, the humidity sucks. But
Why isn't he here?
Yeah,
I say we move the whole show there.
And you're right. Yeah,
I'll
why
go with you.
isn't he here? Wouldn't that be the greatest? DeSantis on removal of rainbow crosswalk. I love this because this was a few years ago when I noticed this crap. It's like, shut the F up. Quit shoving it down our throats. We know there are gay people. We know there are straight people. But we don't shove it down your throats. You don't need to do a rainbow effing
Well,
crosswalk.
gay people like to shove it down your throat.
Yeah, well, you see,
God.
DeSantis.
Too easy.
Roads will not be commandeered for political purposes. This week responded to leftists, only Ron DeSantis, man, raging about the removal of a rainbow LGBT crosswalk outside the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, explaining that state roads will no longer be commandeered for political purposes. That's a good governor.
No kidding.
That's a good governor.
The best governor in the country.
You bet your
Absolutely.
effing ass. Democrat strategists have blacklisted a bunch of their own woke terms in an effort to sound normal again. Third Way, you know about Third Way? A big lefty organization trying to mend the Democrat Party. They're circulating a memo shared first with Playbook DC featuring a new blacklist of words Dems shouldn't use, including violence, as in environmental violence, dialoguing, triggering, othering, microaggression, holding space, body shaming, subverting norms, systems of oppression, cultural appropriation, Overton window. Oh, a lot of that going on these days, man. Existential threat to the climate, democracy, economy, radical transparency, stakeholders, housing insecurity, LGBTQIA+, BIPIOC, allyship, incarcerated people, involuntary confinement. We're doing our best to get Democrats to talk like normal people. You mean like Trump? And there are some that say, well, Trump only talks grade level. Yes, because he can speak to sixth graders and all of us, and we understand everything he's saying. Yes, Lori?
You left the best part out.
What?
Chest feeders.
Oh, chest feeders, right? Right, yes.
I don't know any of this language.
They're not females, they're chest feeders. Yeah,
I've
Lori?
never heard any of that
Lori Downey
language
Jr.,
before,
yes.
But I will say,
Yeah,
because I knew Donald, I worked with Donald back in the day.
yes.
I just wish he would get off the Biden stuff. It's
Oh,
ponderous.
no.
It's
And
ponderous.
See, and Lori,
Great word.
No, but Lori, I'm with you on that. It's like, yes, when it's consistent about, if I were there and it weren't Biden and this and that, yeah, because he does, in my opinion, he doesn't have to do that.
No, it's already over.
However, this is the deck was shuffled. These are the cards we are dealt. We are dealt this man who is doing tremendous things for Americans. He's doing great things. He truly is flushing that effing DC swamp-a-roo. He's taking care of business. We can't have everything. I'm with you, Lori, but we can't have everything.
Not
Ralph?
that I disagree with Lori.
Yeah.
However, what Trump doesn't get credit for, he is the ultimate madman. If you want to go back to the marketing,
the
and he
TV show, and which came from a real advertising agency.
That's right. He understands how to shift the subject matter, the conversation.
Yep.
And he does it better than anybody has
he does.
ever done in politics.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Unlike you've never seen before. That's
bigger.
I love that.
Bigger and better than you've never seen anything like
Quite
this.
like it. These alligators have the biggest teeth.
Quite like this. Yeah, we have alligators with teeth. Guinness Book of World Record teeth. Yeah. Listen, yes, he exaggerates a touch. I don't care as long as he does the right thing for Americans.
It's called embellishment.
I have something I want to
Lori,
say.
quick, we're running out of time.
So when he was with Putin, he said that if the deal didn't go down, that he would leave the meeting. And the deal didn't go down, and he
No,
did
he
leave
didn't.
the
No,
meeting.
you're hanging out with your lefty friends.
And I'm not sure the
My
deal didn't go
lefty
down.
friends.
No, and
I'm not sure the deal didn't go down.
No, because he never went into that to fix the problem. He went in that to get the next
Pre-meeting.
to get it going. So that's Boaz, and you're hanging out with too many lefties,
I'm listening
Lori.
to news.
My buddy, Tattoo Dave, producer.
Love you.
Thank you, bud.
Marty.
Okay. Ralph O'Dierna. Hey, Mark C.G. Boyer.
He's away.
There he is. He was in Columbus, Ohio with me, and the outskirts. Lori Downey Jr., I love you
We all love her.
one time around the world. Mom and Dad, thank you for having me. Mom, I'm coming to save you. That's why you had me. And my daughter, Alexandra, I love you more than twice around the world. Just to piss Lori off. All right. My friends, I'm Magic Matt. Please don't forget bumblebees can't fly.